Well, good morning. Little slick in spots out there. People, of course, have forgotten how to drive with any bit of snow.
Just get your snow tires on, throw it in four-wheel if you got it, and just
fly
through.
How about them Buffalo Bills?
Yeah.
That, boy, they did an awful lot of hyping that game. Bills in trouble. The Bills are all beaten up. Their secondary, 3 starters are out, whatever it was. And right from the very start.
Well, the Lions had a very depleted secondary and defense as well.
Very interesting, right? That they had a lot of people betting the Lions in yesterday's game.
Yes, they did.
Including,
if I might add, Davey, who is the lead dog, losing some ground, as well as Larry, who was in second place.
I was very shocked by their. I almost after they're that nervous about this game. And then you start seeing all the hyping going on.
Well, and I got all nervous that I had picked the Seahawks because I always am afraid to bet for my team in any capacity. Right. But no, they got it done.
You're also afraid to bet against the team because you own the team, right? You're a team owner.
I don't want anybody to think my priorities aren't in order.
What do we know about this inmate who died at which prison?
At Marcy.
Okay, so that was at Marcy.
Well, that's not. I got to see which specific one, but there's not a lot that we know right now.
Okay, all we know is that there was an incident and that the guards needed to act, and that response resulted, it is believed, in the death of an inmate.
Yeah, he was transported to the hospital after the incident where he succumbed to his injuries.
Calling it a use of force by staff members. The incident involved the inmate occurred on Monday of last week at the Marcy Correctional Facility, according to a Sunday evening news release from the Commissioner of the State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. The inmate was taken to a local hospital, as you said, where they died the following day, so died on Tuesday. Again, very little information. The investigation is underway by the Department of Special Investigations, State Police, and the State Attorney General's Office have been notified as well.
I am looking. We did reach out to Brian Hluska, obviously, as the investigation. Brian Hluska is the Central New York Region Vice President of NYSCOBA, which is the union. They have no comment at this time as it is still under investigation. We'll see what comes of trying to find a comment from docs themselves.
There are, I believe, 846 inmates at the Marcy Correctional Facility. And, it's really the type of situation that we've talked with Brian about is that these inmates have been, their confidence has been bolstered, would you say?
Yes.
They don't feel like there's anything that can be done. If they get themselves in trouble or they act out, there are the prison and guards and officials at the prison are really, their hands are tied as to what they can and cannot do. So that has actually resulted, according to NYSCOBA, in an increase in violence, and that includes an increase in inmate on CO violence. So it'll be very interesting to see if this has anything to do with any of that. The corrections officers, the staff members involved in the incident, have been placed on administrative leave. That is customary. As an agency, we take our mandated obligation to protect our community and all of the individuals in our care extremely seriously. According to the state representative, there is no place for, and I will not tolerate violence in our correctional facilities. Well,
that's rich, isn't it?
You better take a look because there's a lot of violence.
It goes on daily.
Yeah. And sometimes you would think, well, we're going to decrease violence by making the repercussions and the rules more lax, when in reality what that can do is increase.
Yeah, it enables the bad activity.
Okay. We have that. We have weather. There's still a little, depending on where you are, you may be getting some mixed precipitation. There are a few school delays. Do we have? Mainly
nothing really
to
in
the south and not in our listening area. In fact, I have to say the side roads are a little on the rough side, but the main roads are really bare this morning. Math scores are out for school districts. We'll get into those coming up in a little bit here this morning. We are in our final week here before the final weekend of Christmas. I got to tell you,
hard to believe.
Last night we were driving before the game, like 3:00.
Yeah,
and it was like a busy weekday out there. A lot of people out trying to get the shopping done. But I witnessed something that so if you have a handicap sticker, I feel like that is sacred.
Yeah.
A handicap spot is sacred.
Correct.
I get it. The parking lot's busy. It's full. It's holiday time. You're probably under a deadline. And, you can't find a good parking spot. You don't want to have to walk all the way across the parking lot. So I'm watching. So I pulled in next to a big pickup truck.
Yep.
And the big pickup truck was in a handicap spot. So I pulled into the spot, and I'm like, boy, if this person is the driver, the handicapped person is the driver, which you would expect, right?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I give them enough room to be able to get in. So I pulled out and then moved over a little bit. Went in, got the stuff that I had to get in the grocery store, and it came out. And I came out at the very same time the person who was driving, the only person in the pickup truck, in the handicap parking spot. And I don't know, whipping the cases of soda out of the thing. I swear, like probably doing somersaults there, opened up the tailgate, throwing the groceries in. She clearly was
able-bodied.
Now,
did she have the sticker?
Oh, yeah. See, the thing that bothers me is if you, because I've had people say, oh, this is great. You can take my car. I've got the handicap sticker.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not getting out of the car and let somebody see me taking somebody's parking place.
Especially a handicap spot.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Now, it is different,
do I steal
however.
a spot from a nursing mother? I might. If I'm in a hurry.
Here's the difference. Did you say you
or an expectant mother?
Yeah. Here's the difference. Like when my father was having his really bad back issues and could not walk, we had a hard time getting him out of the car. Sometimes you'd have to go into a doctor's appointment, and they had a sticker. It actually isn't a sticker. It's a thing that goes up on the mirror.
They call it that, but it's
and they had it because we worked to get them that because, for my mom, it was very difficult. And my dad getting out of the car. So now I'm driving their vehicle. I would park in the handicap spot so he wouldn't have to walk so far.
Right.
So that, I get out. We had to get a wheelchair or the walker and get him out. Getting him out of the car was one of the hardest parts. So that's legitimate.
Yep, 100%.
But all I can tell you is that the woman, I don't know the situation. So it might be, well, I've got this because I have fibromyalgia, baby. I've got fibromyalgia.
I was just sans flare up.
Pains here. I got pains everywhere. It's possible.
I doubt it.
It's possible. But she looked like, at the very least, at the time, she had no use for that.
Yeah.
Except to be able to park right up in front. And, there's I saw some poor handicapped person wheeling in through the slush from a parking place way out in the back. I didn't really see that, but I imagined it. So
it's very real. It's a very real possibility.
As she's putting her groceries in the back.
Yeah.
I just could not help myself.
You said something?
Well, what would you do? What would you
asked
do?
if she needed help being handicapped?
Yeah, that's what I should have said. Hey, ma'am, I see you're handicapped. Can I, or disabled?
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Can I assist you with that?
Yeah.
I don't want you to hurt yourself further.
No, I didn't say anything.
You wanted to. Don't you want
But she
to?
knew she was being watched, and it wasn't just me. It was others. And you get a stare of disgust.
You should, though. That's a good way of doing it.
Stare of disgust. Yes, ma'am, I see you're handicapped. Can I help you? Can I help you lift those groceries? I mean, the way you're, to be honest with you, you're probably throwing them up there a little better than I could, but still.
Did you leave your father or mother that's in the store still?
You want me to
waiting for her?
Shall I get your walker and help you get in? You got a step stool to get into that truck?
Yeah, really
I mean, what do you?
mad.
Am I wrong?
No,
No.
not at all.
You look.
But you know what? If
terrible.
people,
no, she didn't care. She had one goal in her mind: get those groceries in and get the hell out.
yeah, well, you could call those people out, but then you end up being the jerk.
I didn't do any calling
You
out.
could have.
I wanted
but
to.
she would have. She
I
would have
did
said,
want
"Don't
to.
you know that I've got
Yeah,
something going
I'm
on?"
fibromyalgic or whatever.
We had a similar experience late last week. Not for the handicapped, but just situation, but the craziness in people.
Oh, this is the time of year.
We were at
for
a
it.
big box store in New Hartford.
Mm-hmm.
Rhymes with Small Smart. And we're leaving
Target?
the store. We're leaving the Walmart in New Hartford, okay? And we're walking out the door, and you know the main aisle in the front that kind of comes across the front of the store?
I don't know. I don't even remember. I try to avoid that stuff.
Yeah, and for good reason. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you why.
yeah. It's where, Florida's where all the crazy stories happen. Walmart is where the rest of them occur.
Yeah. So we're hearing, my fiance and I were about to leave the store, and we hear down the aisle screaming, literal screaming and fighting and a lot of profanity.
Well, that's when you want to get out because they can pull out their guns.
Yes, but we did want to get out, but we also didn't because we had to see what was going on.
Right, you're
Of
curious.
course.
You're curious. You get
So-
your camera out immediately.
These two women are walking in the middle of the aisle, and all of a sudden starts throwing to the ground and knocking over displays in the center. She was allegedly, well, not allegedly, she was very angry and upset about something.
Was she having a
She's
mental health
screaming.
crisis?
No, I think she was just,
Well, I think
she was angry at one of the,
Yeah.
exactly.
Was she
I don't wanna
angry at an
diagnose her.
employee?
Yes.
Wow.
Something about,
God, I wish I was there.
oh man.
That would have been so much
then
fun.
I'm hearing the employee starts to follow her and starts swearing and screaming at her.
Yeah,
And it
she's
was
got
a
to
lot
pick
of
up.
F words
She's got to
and
pick up the
C words.
display. Oh, the C word. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just yelling and screaming
You
like it's
sea
normal.
creature.
You cookie monster.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
Yeah, so that
listen.
was- it was exciting.
It is that time of year. It's the time of year for joy, festive, holiday craziness.
Stressed out people.
People are nuts. God forbid you don't get little Johnny the toy he wanted, and then you're screwed because,
Oh, God.
everybody's got to get everything they want to get. At Syracuse Hancock Airport the other day, was it yesterday? United Airlines flight headed to Canada was diverted to Syracuse last night. The Bombardier CRJ-700 made an emergency landing at about 9:15 at Hancock International after a mechanical issue, according to a spokesperson.
Oh,
It landed without incident. This is like the third or fourth in this last year that I remember hearing about of emergency landings at Syracuse. What is it about that?
I don't know, but God bless these pilots. I'm telling you, especially this year, I've experienced some great pilotry being a passenger. And we got to thank them.
My daughter was on a flight
Incessantly.
recently, and it was a quick flight. What would you call that? A hop over commute.
Commuter flight?
Yeah. And the turbulence began when they got in the air, and it was severe turbulence.
Yeah.
And it was all the way, the entire trip, and even the landing was rough. It was when all that wind was occurring the other day. Pretty bad flight, so we're told. Red dye number 32. Are you familiar with this?
I've heard of it. I've seen it.
We would always hear that this was cancer causing, but then that went away. Everybody's like, "No, that was just not true. It's all you can get your red M&Ms now, and and blue and all that.
is?
Now, all of a sudden, the FDA is back to they might be putting a ban on the food color, red. The FDA is considering a ban on number 3, red dye number 3. The agency has been reviewing a petition to ban a colorant since 2022. The petroleum-based dye. That's what you're eating. The petroleum-based dye has been used for more than 50 years in thousands of products, including candy, snack foods, and soda. Oh, I wonder what makes your cherries red. Cherry red. It's probably red dye number 3.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Those Maraschino cherries. Davey is out today, and in for Davey here this morning is Megan.
Good morning.
Megan, good morning.
Good morning.
Andrew had left the holiday party that we had on Friday.
Oh, yes.
We were at 72. And should we tell him about what happened when he won the TV?
You don't have to tell me because I literally got texts from 5 people like I shouldn't win the TV.
Yeah.
Like it was so ridiculous that Andrew, of all people who doesn't need a TV, won the TV.
Well,
what did I text you a picture of?
No, it was that you weren't there.
Wow.
And they all of a sudden, Megan, right? The shouts came out. The shouting was like,
people turning green.
He's not here.
People stealing handicap spots.
Pull another name.
Well, that may have been a reason, but I also got the reasons of people who you don't need a TV.
You don't need a TV?
Yeah, that's what somebody said.
You don't need it.
Of all people who wouldn't need a TV, I go,
really?
What do you mean? Because I sent you a picture of my TV right now. Because our big one broke and we haven't replaced it.
Oh, so now it's the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Good for you.
But then those same people are now going to say, this was a fix.
Yeah, well, there's no fix.
No one's going to be happy.
It was a fix.
It
fixed the blank on his the empty space on his wall.
I want to say thank you to our fearless leader, Tracy, who stuck up for me because there was no rule that says must be present to win.
She did say, really? You want to go there? And everyone said, yeah, that's where we want to go. I'm going to run out there and get into my car, which is parked in a handicap spot, and I'm going to
bring that TV with me.
Take that TV. Yeah, so you won the 65-inch TV. Awesome. It was pretty awesome.
I'm very excited about that.
And then there was envelopes given out that had cash in them, apparently bribing us to do our work and show up.
Yeah, that was our Christmas bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got the Jelly of the Month Club.
What did you get?
$5.
Oh, you got the
I got the $5. Oh, look, Andrew doesn't need another $5.
Right, that's right.
Why should he get that?
Yeah, I don't know why people feel that way.
I don't know.
There's a lot of jealousy, Megan, in this world. A lot of jealousy.
Yeah, there is.
There is.
Let me go
but I
get some
did
phones.
get text
get some
from
phones.
5 different people busting my chops about the damn TV.
Anyway, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Today is also a very big day. I don't know if you know what today is.
It's a Monday.
Today is the day, if I am correct. Today is the day, and I want to get this from Fox News Radio's Evan Brown. Today is the day that Hunter Biden, I believe, would have been sentenced.
I believe that is today.
And see if I can, I guess I can't take it. No, I can take it. This is Evan Brown on the line right now from Fox News Radio. Evan, good morning.
Good morning.
Am I correct in saying here on this practically week before the big holiday, this would have been the day that Hunter Biden would have been sentenced had he not been pardoned?
Well, it was one of 2 days. He was due to have been sentenced last week for the gun charges that he had faced. And he was due to be sentenced today for his plea deal in the tax crime. So he was accused of avoiding paying taxes, I think, on like $1.4 million or something, or paying at least $1.4 million in taxes is what he was accused of avoiding. And so he would have spent a lot of time in prison, or someone else would have spent a lot of time in prison in this case, but he isn't because his father pardoned him after saying he would not be pardoned. So there you go.
Joe Biden took him from the naughty list and put him on the nice list.
Well, at least he took him.
How it works.
He took him took him off the naughty list. I don't know that he ever gets back on the nice list.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
But I will say I'm not as surprised or bothered at the fact that he said he wasn't going to do it. I'm not as surprised or bothered over the fact that Hunter Biden was actually was actually pardoned. What to me is the biggest problem of all was this gigantic document, the pardon, and how much it covered. I mean, this guy could have, I think it starts in 2011 or whenever he started having his problems, and all the way right up until right now. I mean, it is a ridiculous overreach of a pardon, it seems to me.
Well, I mean, one would say that. Of course, the president has a very wide berth when it comes to these pardons on federal crimes, so he's not doing anything he can't do.
Right,
Let's
right.
put it that way.
That is true.
But it is a bit unprecedented, and especially having to do with a family member. Remember that so many of Donald Trump's critics had accused him, saying that he's going to pardon his entire family members, proactively or preemptively. And that never happened. And as it turns out, there was never really a need for a pardon. None of his sons or his daughters were ever prosecuted for crimes.
Right.
Certainly not gun crimes and tax evasions, the way Hunter Biden was. And remember, Hunter Biden was due to get some kind of a sweetheart plea deal until someone said, "Ain't no way."
Right. They took a look at it and said, "This is not. This can't fly." I wonder if it would have been different had Kamala Harris won. I don't think so. You don't think it would have been different?
No way. I mean, I don't think anybody should be surprised that Joe Biden pardoned his son.
I kind of agree, even though during the campaign he said on more than one occasion, Evan Brown.
Yeah, you can have a problem with him denying and saying, "No, I won't," but I mean, is anybody really shocked?
Yeah, I guess not.
I don't think it's shocking. I think it probably is just another one on the list of for people's grievances with Joe Biden more than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think that perhaps the second round that we heard of something like, what was it, 1,300 commutations and 39 pardons all at once, and some of the people on the list who got commutations and pardons did some really egregious things, including a judge who sentenced juveniles to a private prison in order to receive millions in kickbacks. And this person was sentenced to many years in prison and went to home confinement after just a few years because of COVID concerns at the prison, and is now basically told, "All right, you're free."
And I don't think it's done yet. I don't think he's done. I think you're going to see him he's got a month left. He's got a month to go. I think you're going to see him pardon in advance of anybody doing anything. Like, for instance, whoever he thinks that the Trump administration might go after, I think he'll start. So listen, the list is going to grow. He may be breaking big records before this is all said and done. So.
Certainly might be.
All right, Evan Brown, as always, we appreciate your insight. Thanks so much.
You bet.
Have a great day. So that is tomorrow is the 1 week mark, I believe, of our Christmas show, 6 a.m. until 12 noon. 1 week from tomorrow.
1 week from tomorrow is Christmas
Eve morning.
Wow.
Is that true? Is Christmas Eve on a Tuesday? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so it's a week from tomorrow. We got a lot of work to do.
Got to get some shopping done. Got to park in that handicap spot.
Well, that'll get you. Your shopping will be done much quicker if you can park in that spot. Cordelia, stand by. I'm going to get right to you. It is a little slick in some spots on the side roads. Otherwise, an easy trip in this morning, unless you're following people who don't think it's an easy trip like I did. And I'm quite complaining. I'm quite the complainer here this morning. Stand by. It's 6:45 at WIBX.
At Big Apple Music, wrap up your list of wishes.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music. My brother Mark and I want to thank you for trusting us for all your musical instrument and electronics needs through the years. Things like camera surveillance, remote car starters, and hi-fi equipment. We were born and raised right here, and we love the Mohawk Valley. We've owned and operated Big Apple Music for 45 years this December. We're proud to live and work right here. I hope this Christmas and holiday season is the best for everyone. I believe it will be better if we can all focus on the real meaning of Christmas and help each other and be kind to each other. Simple things like holding a door open or shoveling out someone's entrance or bringing someone a cup of coffee can make their day. Let's make it great today and every day. And Merry Christmas from all of us at Big Apple Music.
Big Apple Music, put us under your Christmas tree.
You're already supermom. Bouncing from work to soccer practice most nights, you've got your hands full. Luckily, AmeriQ's right here whenever you need us. Make remote deposits, pay a person, check your credit score, and more, all from the AmeriQ app. So whether you're in line at grocery pickup or sitting on the bleachers, you really can't do it all with AmeriQ. Download our app or visit AmeriQ.org to open an account. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
Slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Keeler in the Morning invites you to connect with us through telephonic communication at 315-736-0186. Or use the Call Us button on the WIBX 950 app. For additional contact methodologies, please refer to WIBX950.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
I wonder how Davey felt watching that game.
He was probably,
probably disappointed that he
picked that he doubted his team.
He doubted his team.
And I said this last week when, the Bills lost even after they scored 42 points to a Rams team who really needed the game. It was a trap game for the Bills. They were looking ahead to the Lions. And everybody said, their defense. Yeah, their defense needs work. But
defense
when you're scoring 40 points plus a game.
Their defense did not. And actually, when you really think about it, the defense didn't perform perfectly.
No.
Yesterday, giving up an awful
But they
a lot of
came
points.
up with key turnovers at big points in the game.
This game, they held them when they needed. They held Detroit when they needed to hold them,
and got the turnovers.
That was big. Of course, the high winds during the game yesterday caused a couple of easy chip shots to go wide right, wide left. Oh, it's a dome. Well, the fans are pretty powerful there. Mike says this morning, a couple things, and then I want to go to the phones. Mike says, I bet he pardons Fauci. I bet he does.
Yeah.
I would bet that he would. And Christmas came early for Hunter Biden. Yes. Donna, this morning, we have one for...
Which Donna now?
Most of the time, idiot, this is Donna Pie.
The pie, Donna.
Most of the time, idiots fill them, so he just stays in the car while I go in. Another pet peeve is the beefcakes that take the riding carts, and then and the people that need
yeah, the people who don't need
the motorized carts. Yeah. Then you get some kid on there, and they're all riding around. Mm-hmm. Stupid.
My mom put the fear of God in me with those things. Don't you ever go near that.
Julie, I know someone that uses her dead husband's handicap tag everywhere.
Oh, my God.
He's been dead for years.
Don't they expire?
That's terrible. They might.
But, who are you to... I mean, again, you put yourself in that position of you don't want to question the...
and even
sticker.
takes it, even does the handicap spot at church, she says. This is a church-going, God-loving person.
Wow.
Cordelia is in Rome. Hello, Cordelia. Good morning.
Good morning. I want to give a shout-out to our Mr. Nobles. He was on Meet the Press this weekend.
It's funny. I did not watch Meet the Press this weekend. I have it taped. I have not watched it. He
was the host, or he appeared on there?
He was a guest.
He was a guest.
He did a He was a terrific job. He was makes us very proud of him.
He's been really hitting that,
wow.
covering that drone story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I did not know that. I'll have to go back and watch it today, Cordelia.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much. Here's I didn't bring this up yet because I was waiting to talk to Kathy about this. But last night was the series finale of Yellowstone.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh,
It's done, huh?
What'd you think?
I was pleased with the episode, how it ended.
I was also. I thought it was. I don't want to give it away for anybody if they haven't watched it yet, but I thought it was really good. And now they're working up for a spinoff, right?
Yes, that's what I've read, that some of the cast members will get back together.
And I do think that they laid the groundwork for the spinoff in last night's finale. It seemed to me anyway, but I thought it was a fitting way for it to go. And boy, that brother is the half brother, whatever he is. What a scumbag!
He was adopted. Yeah, he was terrible. Even with his disappearance and a lot of things that he did, and she knew that Beth knew. I still think maybe down the road certain things will come out. Not how he was killed, but how bad he was in the long run.
So,
Spoiler alert.
Is it Rip and Beth are going to be a part of the series? We know. Also, they're saying Michelle Pfeiffer might be starring in this.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And also, I have one comment.
Okay.
My husband has been a long-time Dolphins fan, right from the very beginning, and he's had enough. And he was very disappointed how they're playing, and even if they have 3-4 more games, they're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah,
I told him, I said, if I was a Dolphin player, I'd want out of my contract and have the opportunity to play for somebody else.
Yeah, it's been a rough season.
They've had a rough time. They had another very serious injury of one of their players yesterday. I forget what his name specifically, but another severe injury to a Dolphins player. It's just not been their season.
Not at all. Well, he keeps saying every year, next year they're going to be better, but they're still not going anywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Take
okay,
care.
Kathy, thanks.
Bye-bye.
How many stars would you give Yellowstone's finale?
I give it a 3.
3-star out of 4,
3
probably.
stars.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like it.
All right. I
you're
kept
good.
it so I can watch it again for a while.
Smart. Yeah, it's worth watching. You'll miss things. The first time around, you'll miss some things. All right, cool. Thank you, Kathy.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Have a great day. That finale is probably going to, there will be a spinoff. And you know what? I didn't think when this Yellowstone started without Kevin Costner that it was, the first episode I was really quite disappointed.
Yeah.
And then the second got better. And then after that, I was consumed.
You think it's just because in your head mentally you're like, well, it's not going to be good because Kevin
I used to like
Costner's
Billions.
not in it.
And when the one guy left Billions.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not the same.
Like we said it before, The
Office. When Steve Carell left The Office, it just wasn't the same.
Didn't watch.
When Tony Soprano left Sopranos, it just wasn't. Right? Can you imagine doing Sopranos without Tony Soprano? Right. No.
Impossible.
Just couldn't happen. A strip club DJ. This is actually my Davy story of the day.
I was going to say, this isn't Davy, is it?
No. A strip club DJ in Oregon is being treated in the hospital after one of the dancers randomly stabbed him multiple times in the back.
Jeez.
Here is DJ Davy Duncan Allen talking about, that's his name, talking about what happened along with the club owner, Johnny D'Albo Zuckel. He's the owner of the club. Here's what went down when this guy was actually seriously injured.
I was basically on my computer getting some songs ready, and next thing I know, it felt like a 500-pound man punched me in the back basically as hard as humanly possible. So I turned around expecting there to be like a huge dude like about to fight me and hit me, and it was her. And she was standing there holding the knife. I still didn't know I was stabbed at that point, but then I took a breath in and I realized that my left lung had collapsed.
I think she intended to kill someone, and it just happened to be Duncan. When she was in the dressing room, for about 10 minutes, she seemed like she was possessed by a demon.
I think that has nothing to do with drugs. She did say after her set that she killed. She did say that.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. How'd you do out there, honey? I killed it. Here's Quentin Tarantino, who has angered Yellowstone fans by calling the show a stupid soap opera.
Yellowstone. I didn't really get around to watching Yellowstone the first 3 years or so. And then I watched like the first season. I go, wow, this is great. I've always been a big Kevin Costner fan. But at the end of the day, it's all just a soap opera. They've introduced you to a bunch of characters. And then everything is just the compellingness of the soap opera. So the difference between is I'll see a good Western movie and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. It built to an emotional climax of some degree, but there's a payoff to it. But there's not a payoff on this stuff.
Do we agree with him on that? I mean, it's hard to disagree with Tarantino. I mean, and to be honest, sometimes I would say to him, sometimes your movies, the payoff is, that was the weirdest movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, and then both violent, gory.
Violent. Yeah, I mean, weird, just really odd. And
I feel like if it's not his movie, he's complaining about it. So.
We have news coming up next.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
For eligible individuals 18 and older with self-perceived mild to moderate hearing loss only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
Hello, I'm Dr. Harvey Abrams, head of research audiology at Jabra Enhance. Did you know there's a connection between untreated hearing loss and chronic conditions like cognitive decline and dementia? The good news is hearing aids can actually reduce these risks and help you stay connected. Today, I'm excited to tell you about my favorite hearing aids, the game-changing Jabra Enhance Select 500. Jabra Enhance offers an affordable solution for most common hearing problems with our best-ever speech-enhancing capabilities for a mighty sound in a micro-sized package. Plus, with Jabra Enhance's premium package, you get 3 years of continuous remote care provided by licensed hearing healthcare professionals. No waiting rooms or long commutes. It's as easy as video chatting with a friend. Because at Jabra Enhance, our job is to help you hear and be heard.
Save $300 on Enhance Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to JabraEnhance.com/radio. That's JABRA Enhance.com/radio. JabraEnhance.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. W295EI. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
If there is foreign involvement in the mystery drone sightings, they'll let us know. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's what Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas tells ABC's This Week.
It is our job to be vigilant in the federal government with our state and local partners on behalf of the American public, and we can assure their safety.
After weeks of drone sightings, mostly over New Jersey, but also New York and other states as well, many lawmakers keep demanding answers, including Republican Congressman Michael Waltz. The incoming Trump National Security Advisor tells CBS Face the Nation.
I think what the drone issue points out are kind of gaps in our agencies, gaps in our authorities between the Department of Homeland Security, local law enforcement, the Defense Department.
It's a somber morning in Charlotte County, Florida, where a sheriff's deputy, Elio Diaz, was killed at a traffic stop.
Andrew Moyston, 24 years old, pulled out a rifle and opened fire on him.
Elio was rushed to a local hospital, but he succumbed to his injuries.
Sheriff Bill Primel. As for the suspected gunman, Moiston, he drove off but was captured hours later at a Popeyes in Punta Gorda. In Gaza, Palestinian officials say the 52 deaths the past 24 hours in Israeli strikes brings the total number of Palestinian deaths over 45,000 since Israel started waging war against Hamas in Gaza after Hamas's deadly terror attack last year. As Israel also keeps going on the attack in Syria, following opposition rebels taking control of the country, but there's concern about terrorists taking control of the ousted Syrian regime's weapons. Another Trump cabinet nominee who could face tough questions at a confirmation hearing goes to the Capitol this week.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is set to spend 4 days on Capitol Hill before lawmakers leave town for Christmas. Senators could press Kennedy about his views on vaccines and abortion. Lisa Murkowski, who is among the 25 senators expected to meet with Kennedy this week, says she's focused on higher vaccination rates, especially among children.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. America's listening to Fox News.
Police officer and K-9 handler Jacob Russell Chaffins was fatally shot while attempting to serve warrants for domestic violence offenses. And thanks to friends like you and your generosity, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation gave the Chaffins family the gift of a mortgage-free home. There's so much more to do and to say thank you to our nation's heroes and their families for their immense sacrifices, all for us. Donate $11 a month. Go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
The war in Ukraine rages on after another $500 million in U.S. military aid last week to help battle Russia, though there is talk of attempts to pause the fighting and broker an end to the war, something that President-elect Trump has said he could do quickly. Meanwhile, an update on a Russian ally that joined the fight.
Ukraine says North Korean units sustained around 30 deaths or injuries over the weekend. According to the Ukrainian military spy agency, this happened in Russia's Kursk region. That's where Ukraine launched an incursion in August, and Russia's trying to win back its land. We've not been shown any evidence to back up the claims. Moscow is refusing to comment. The Pentagon estimates 12,000 North Koreans are fighting for Russia, something that's neither been confirmed nor denied by the Kremlin. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures rising after a mixed week for the market. The Nasdaq eked out a small gain, but the Dow dropped nearly 2%. Later this week, we could get another interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve. On Sunday Night Football.
Love putting it up top, back of the end zone. Oh, did Dobbs catch that? What a catch, Romeo Dobbs! Touchdown, Green Bay!
The Packers beat the Seattle Seahawks 30-13 on NBC after a wild game earlier in Detroit.
If the Bills and Lions meet in Super Bowl 59, we can only hope it looks like Sunday's matchup in Detroit. Quarterbacks Josh Allen and Jared Goff combined for 9 touchdowns in the highest scoring game of the year, won by Buffalo 48-42. The Eagles and Steelers hope to bring Pennsylvania vibes to the big game. Philadelphia won the cross-state rivalry Sunday 27-13. That's 10 straight for Philly. The road to the championship still goes through Kansas City. The Chiefs improved to 13-1, beating the Browns 21-7. Star quarterback Patrick Mahomes injured his ankle late and is considered day-to-day. I'm Tim McMaster, Fox News.
In one other game, Houston beat Miami 20-12, clinching the AFC South Division title for the Texans this season. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. We're at 32 degrees under cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. An inmate is dead following what is being called a use of force incident at an Oneida County prison. The State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision says the incident happened last week at Marcy Correctional Facility. The inmate was rushed to a hospital for treatment, but passed away of their injuries. All of the staff members who had a part in the incident are now on administrative leave. The Syracuse City Court judge who refused to marry a same-sex couple is recusing herself from handling criminal cases. The judge, Felicia Pitts Davis, won't be involved in any cases prosecuted by the Onondaga County District Attorney's Office. Pitts Davis has faced criticism for not marrying a couple last month for what was reported to be religious reasons. The matter is in the hands of a grand jury, and in the meantime, Pitts Davis will temporarily be assigned to civil cases. Central New York motorists are not seeing much of a change in prices when it comes time to fill up their vehicles. According to AAA, the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel in the Utica-Rome area is $3.31. That's down a penny in the last week and is 2 cents lower than this time 1 month ago. The state average for gas is $3.14 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.02. A new state-of-the-art drone detection system will soon be protecting the skies above New York. Governor Hochul says funding for the system is courtesy of the Biden administration. The move comes in the wake of multiple drone sightings over New Jersey and along the East Coast. Now the governor is encouraging the swift passage of the Counter-UAS Authority Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act to better protect the state. Amazon Teamsters say they're ready to strike in the midst of the holiday shopping seasons. The announcement Sunday comes after 2 New York warehouses voted to go on strike following Amazon's refusal to negotiate a new contract. The union had called on Amazon to agree to bargaining dates for a contract by December 15th. Thousands of Amazon workers went on strike late last month, asking for higher pay and better working conditions during one of the company's busiest weekends of the year. A spokesperson for Amazon says the Teamsters Union is misleading the public and promoting false narratives. The 2 facilities serve 20 million people in the New York City metro area. And speaking of those drones, those mystery drones menacing the East Coast are all the rage these days, with the FBI reporting receiving more than 3,000 tips since the first sightings earlier this month. That includes everything from secret military testing to an Iranian mothership to alien tech. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says Americans should not be concerned. WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time, 7:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Could be a little slick in spots here early on a Monday. Other than that, the milder weather is going to win out here for the beginning of the week. Might be some light mixed precipitation around early then. Might see a little rain into the afternoon, also some patchy fog. 45. Tonight we only dropped to 40 with occasional rain showers. Tuesday, occasional rain and showers. Highs in the upper 40s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now we're at 32 degrees. Under cloudy skies, it's 7:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43, local contractors. The Green Bay Packers jumped out to an early lead and never trailed en route to a 30-13 win over the Seattle Seahawks in an NFC showdown on Sunday Night Football, heard right here on WIBX. Jordan Love completed 20 of 27 passes for 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs rushed for 94 yards and a score. The Lions' franchise record 11-game winning streak is over after the Buffalo Bills knocked off Detroit 48-42 at Ford Field. It was the highest scoring game in the NFL this season. Josh Allen threw for 362 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for 68 yards and 2 more scores. The guy's unbelievable. Buffalo has scored 30-plus points in 8 straight games. That extends the Bills' franchise mark as they improve to 11-3 on the season. Jared Goff finished 38 of 59 for 494 yards and 5 touchdowns for the Lions, who still lost. They fell to 12-2. Detroit still leads the NFC North, but the Vikings are now right behind at 11-2, heading into their game against the Bears tonight. The Chiefs are hoping their star quarterback isn't seriously hurt. Patrick Mahomes left Sunday's 21-7 win over the Browns late in the fourth quarter with an ankle issue. He did not return. Head coach Andy Reid told the media after the game nothing is broken and considers Mahomes day-to-day. The Jets ended up beating the Jaguars 32-25. The Giants, they're still on a lengthy losing streak. Tommy DeVito went 10 for 13 for 68 yards before leaving the game with a concussion. They lost to the Ravens 35-14 in New Jersey. The Yankees swung a major trade heading into the weekend. The team acquired Devin Williams for the Brewers in exchange for Nestor Cortez and prospect Caleb Durbin. Williams had a 1.25 ERA and converted 14 of 15 save opportunities in nearly 22 innings last season. Cortez went 9-10 last season to go with a 3.77 ERA in more than 174 innings. And in college basketball, Syracuse aims to bounce back after a recent loss when the 5-5 Orange host Maryland at noon.
I think this and just
the Syracuse team is rough.
Yes, but I think they are beginning to come around. Believe it or not.
Okay.
And
optimistic
I think that they could. This is a team that could gel and do pretty well next year, 2025. Mm-hmm. So after the holidays, we'll see. I don't know.
I think
they were in that game until they weren't against Georgetown. They were really leading right up until the very end. So
I know. I wonder if Davey will call in this morning.
He was there.
He's listening.
He was there at the game. Okay, we'll get into that. I have there's a new poll out. Many parents are struggling to manage their kids' anger.
I'll never forget when my son slammed the door in my face and told me he hated me.
I do fear that we're bringing up a bunch of kids who will grow into adults who will not be able to cope.
Yeah,
it's like everything's got to be perfect. You gotta make sure they have something to do. Everything's organized. Everything's perfect.
Yeah,
we don't want them to be unhappy. I want to be their friend, and I wonder what we're developing, what they'll be like when it comes to adults. Kind of wonder because we don't do anything anymore. If the kid's having a temper tantrum, you just have to sit there and watch. That's the recommendation. Well, let them feel it out. Let them. No, you're making a fool of yourself, you piece of garbage. Now sit down and take a time out.
Bring back shaming your kids.
I do think you got to at least be able to discipline, but apparently not. Apparently that's the wrong way to handle things.
Speaking of that topic, the Matt and Holland Patton, I don't really agree with Biden doing that, but what father wouldn't do that for their son? Talking about the Hunter.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat.
Hunter Biden pardon.
Which is why when he was saying no, I didn't necessarily believe him.
Yeah, I didn't believe him for a second.
If you remember, we'd have is Hunter. Somebody would ask you, is Hunter Biden or is Joe Biden going to pardon Hunter Biden? My answer was always, he says he's not.
Yes.
And turns out he was going to. All right, so we'll get into that a little bit with a licensed professional counselor. Dr. Beckloff is an expert on all of this, and I do wonder if we're just creating a bunch of wusses that cannot cope with being unhappy. Everybody's got to be happy. And today we start out on Monday. Megan, you want to do $100 today? We'll start with what are you thinking? You're in the seat.
Yeah, let's do $100.
All right, she's starting with $100. And we will progressively work our way up as the week goes on. As a matter of fact, I believe Hobaika's in later this week on Thursday. So remember, we'll have to see him face to face.
Oh, so that's why Davey is off this week. Mm-hmm. He didn't know when Hobaika was coming in.
He didn't want to be anywhere near him. Yeah. Hold tight. Coming right back at WIBX.
The holidays are here, and so are the biggest savings of the year at Steed Pawnee Chevrolet in Herkimer during their Red Tag year-end blowout. Save on a 2024 Silverado RST V8 4x4 dealer demo. Get $10,000 off. Or lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT 4x4 for just $469 a month. Prefer something sporty? Lease a 2025 Trailblazer LS all-wheel drive for only $359 a month. Visit SteetPawneeChevy.com or stop by and see why it's always easy to do business at Steet Pawnee Chevrolet. The Steet Pawnee family wishes you and your family a joyful holiday season. Together, let's drive. Customers must qualify with top-tier credit through GM Financial. Lease terms of 3 years, 10,000 miles per year. Mileage penalty of 25 cents per mile. Over 30,000 miles. Lessee must have a current Chevy lease in the household. Silverado demo stock number 24615. Silverado lease stock number 24447. Trailblazer stock number 25217. All taxes, fees, $1,000 down on first payment due at delivery. Must take delivery by December 31st. See salesperson for details.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
The church gives us a peace the world cannot give. Letting go of bitterness and resentment can help us find inner peace. The sacrament of reconciliation and the grace the sacrament provides may help us to forgive ourselves, forgive others, and enjoy a peace we may not have known for years. What a gift. On December 16th, Catholic churches throughout the diocese will be open for the sacrament of reconciliation. The light is on for you. Come home for Christmas, and let's celebrate the joy of the Eucharist.
Give the most unique gift only you can give. Get those old films, tapes, and slides transferred to digital locally. Call Walt at 315-768-0277. Media Partners Group in New York Mills.
When you don't have enough to eat, all you think about is food. That makes it hard to give your best.
Nearly impossible to feel your best.
And it makes tough decisions even tougher.
At Food Bank of Central New York, all we think about is food too, and how to get it to the people who need it most. Think you can help? Give today at foodbankcny.org.
Why wait for January to start your health journey? The time to take action is now. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Fit Body Bootcamp. Whether you're looking to get stronger, feel better, or just start living your best life, me and my team of coaches are here to help. Right now, you can jumpstart your fitness goals by joining our Fit for the Holidays 28-day promotion for only $57. Or come on in and join us for 3 free sessions. Don't wait for the new year. Start your health journey now. Just give us a call and live your best life at Fit Body Bootcamp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Get ready to deck the halls and make your home merry and bright this holiday season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Create lasting memories with friends and family around a new dining room set or in a new living room. With over 40 quality living and dining rooms available, you're sure to find the perfect pieces that match any style. Relax, unwind, and rejuvenate this holiday season with a new luxurious bedroom. From sofas to dining tables, bedroom sets to comfy recliners, Adirondack Home Furniture in the Old Riverside Center has what you need to create your dream home for the holidays. With free local delivery, sale prices on in-stock items and special orders, and a knowledgeable staff, your home will be ready for the holidays in no time. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality, USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. Wishing you a happy holiday season, Adirondack Home Furniture, Horatio Street, Utica, or browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
Great holiday entertainment this week at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tomorrow at 7, a Tuba Christmas free concert. Thursday at 7, the Wizards of Winter, a holiday rock event for the whole family. Friday at 7, It's a Wonderful Life, also on Saturday at 2:30 matinee and an evening screening at 7. Sunday at 6 and 8:30, it's the Candlelight Concerts Nutcracker String Quartet. For more information, visit RomeCapital.com.
Hey, I do want to tell you about New York Sash and their biggest sale of the year, their biggest deal of the year, their biggest opportunity of the year. It's right now, and it happens every year around this time. It's the buy two, get one free sale. Buy 2 New York Sash windows and get 1 free. Buy 4, get 2 free. Buy 6, get 3 free, et cetera, et cetera. There's no end to the savings. Depending on how many windows you receive, it's always going to follow the pattern of buy 2, get 1 free. And we have these windows in our home, and you will save money on your energy bill. Your house will be warmer. They're even coated where the UV rays that come in, the sunlight that comes in, it reduces the sun from possibly discoloring furniture and that sort of thing. But they're easy to open, easy to clean, and we highly prefer the New York Sash brand windows. Call 315-624-7344 and talk to one of the experts there to assist you. Or you can go to their showroom where the windows are all set up and you can see them for yourself. Riscony Boulevard in Whitesboro. Or visit them online 24/7 at newyorksash.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Richard says, apparently you don't feel it's an important story, or do you, that Wolfspeed has laid off 50 people.
It's not Wolfspeed. It is
Danfoss.
Danfoss.
Yeah.
I actually spoke to somebody who works there. They said that a lot of it has to do with the demand of electric vehicles going down.
Well,
and that was a big customer.
Here's the story on this. And I know, Richard, you're saying that they're in trouble, and all of that. But what I would say to this is, right now there's a huge lull in this industry, and the demand. And you're right, Andrew. It's the demand for electric vehicles is not where everybody expected it to be. So you have a lot of batteries that are backed up in the warehouse, and these automakers are saying we can't buy anymore. So Danfoss is having an issue, but there are several of these companies that supply automobile makers. There is a company called it's a Swedish battery maker, Northvolt. They're having problems. The company that supplies batteries to BMW, they're having problems. Fisker and bus manufacturer Arrival, Fisker is having an issue, and I just feel like this is an unexpected lull in that market, and that's why they're struggling.
Well, and Wolfspeed has a new CEO, so the hope is that that person will turn things around, and or at least they are looking for a new CEO. So they definitely will still have a lot of their workforce and their emphasis and their priority be in Marcy. At least
this technology is not going away.
No,
but it is not performing like they expected.
Like they thought it.
Yeah. So hopefully these companies are able to survive this lull.
Exactly. We hope so. And we hope more people, because guess what? That same technology is what's going to be produced at Micron, and we want that to happen as well. We want that to be successful as well, because that will impact the area in a positive way. This comment from John in Deerfield is actually, it might tie in perfectly to our next guest. John in Deerfield says, funny we talk about inmates feeling empowered against guards, but we don't hear about the violence at Proctor against teachers or staff. It is also bleeding out of that district and into the surrounding areas. There is a kid at Deerfield Elementary constantly threatening to kill teachers and students, but because of these inclusion philosophies, there is nothing staff or teachers can do to protect our kids while they're at school.
You know what I think the rule is? If a kid is having a meltdown, you just let him have a meltdown. That didn't happen years ago.
No.
There were consequences. And while I think that we probably may have been handling it wrong 30 years ago, right? We probably were handling it wrong.
Yeah.
We handle things, the way we do things in society today is that you find a problem and then you change your course all the way to the other side to create new problems.
Yeah.
Everything is extremes. Our reactions are extreme. Nobody's thinking logically in the middle. Let's bring in Dr. Dean Beckloff, who is a licensed professional counselor. Doc, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. It's good to be here with you guys.
So, here is the current inclusion, by the way, is not a problem. His comment is he's talking about two different things.
Yeah.
Inclusion is probably a good thing in schools. Not probably, it is. But I would say, though, our discipline policy, how we've gone to the other extreme. If a kid is having a meltdown, or let's say a kid decides they're going to start attacking a teacher, the teacher cannot fight back. The teacher cannot, not that you want the teacher to knock the kid out, but you
to
can't
give him a
even
right hook,
you
yeah.
can't even restrain the kid. You got to call somebody, and what is going on, Doc?
Yeah. See, I don't know. I'm from Texas, and things are a little different here.
Well, they shoot the kids there. They're gone.
Shoot them. Absolutely. Pack a pistol, baby.
Yeah. Well, we've lost that here.
I know what you're talking about because, things have changed here, too. I mean, when I first started, I started my career working with kids and families as a teacher, and then I've been a counselor and therapist for families for a long time.
Yeah.
But when I started, they gave me a paddle and a grade book and said, get to work. We didn't have computers either. So they're supposed to go get to work. Here's your paddle. And some of that, was probably out of hand, but this allowing people to harm other people?
Yeah, I know.
That's just not okay.
Yeah.
What's that teaching a kid? That it's okay to just be out of control and scream and hit and hurt? And no, that's not okay. And as parents, we can't do that. We can't allow that.
And that's the funny thing, too, is, even when I'm 34, and even when I was younger, if you got in trouble, the old expression or the old adage, if you thought you got it bad at school, wait till you got home and your parents found out about it. That doesn't happen a lot anymore.
No, because
now it's like, well, what did you do to my kid to make them act that way?
Well, again, I think that, Doc, do you agree that there were probably 30 years ago or 50 years ago when the teacher could take a paddle to your kid, we probably needed to adjust a little bit. But now we've adjusted so far, the parent would rather be a friend to the kid. They believe the kid over the teacher and over the school almost always. And we've lost our way here.
Oh, and I love what you said at the beginning, where you oversteer and go way too far the other way.
Yeah.
And that's parents do that. We all do that.
Right.
We see something that we've done wrong, and maybe we oversteer it, but sometimes it can go way too far. On the other hand, there's the challenge of even working with school districts to make sure that they're doing what's right and fair and good for your kids. So obviously parents are going to be very defensive about their kids. They love them. They care about them. And they want what should happen to happen for their kid. But, I was also the generation that you talked about. You're getting it as soon as you get home, too.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
There was a requirement of respect for the teacher.
Yeah.
And that, I think as parents, we can't lose that. We've got to also let our kids know that we do expect respect. Now, some of these kids that are acting like that, too, maybe coming out of horrible, terrible places. I don't know. And it's very hard for schools to know how to handle those kids. I've been around that, where the kid is just an out-of-control kid.
Yeah.
And they medicate them and do everything else, but they are out of control. And it's a hard one. And I think schools are beginning, I don't know what they're doing there, but here we have schools that are called alternative schools, and a lot of those kids are now put in that kind of placement, and it's very, they have a lot of rules. They have a lot of rules in order to try to maintain and manage the emotions that are there.
I do think that, and we used to have those schools, and I don't think we do anymore.
No.
I think now it's about, we want to keep them in the same school. But, I was speaking with somebody who is an official at a local school that's having problem with disruption and violence, and they want to keep these kids in the school when this teacher is saying, you know what, by keeping these disruptive students in the class and in school, it is making it impossible to teach the rest of the majority of the
distraction.
Students. It's a major distraction.
Yeah. And a lot of it is, there's not enough personnel. My daughter works as a teacher in kindergarten, and one of her kids is profoundly autistic. And she's spending all of her time with that kid, and they can't get him tested because there's not enough people to do it. So, there's a lot of issues.
Right.
I don't know what all the solutions are, but Well, I think you're bringing up some great points, which is we have to be consistent. We have to have some modicum of respect, and there's got to be some things that school teachers can do. That's just not right.
Yeah,
the teacher
yeah.
can't be left to handle that.
No, and the inclusion is great, and we were talking about inclusion at the beginning. Inclusion is great, but if you have someone who is going to take up a lot of a teacher's time, like you're describing, then you really need to have an aid in for that person in order for inclusion to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they can't get them because they don't pay the aid.
Right. Yeah.
Too much. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. And Doc, are you on social media? People could follow and reach out if they have a question?
Yes, www.drbeckloff.com. That's drbeckloff.com.
All right. Doc, thanks so much. We appreciate your time.
Sure thing. Thank you. Take care.
Have a great day. That's spelled Beckloff.
Yeah.
And, what happens a lot of times is the parents are tough, and then when they become grandparents, they give the kids everything.
Big old softies.
So the problem is that parents are starting out like grandparents now. It's like they can't say no.
Yeah.
They can't say no. Well, I don't want to hurt the kids' feelings. Really?
There's, and to some extent I get it, because some kids, the kids are very intelligent, especially they get to a certain age. But it's like, have a conversation with your kid. Try to understand what they're going through. I'm not a parent. I want to put that disclaimer on there, but this is just what I've heard from other people.
Mm-hmm.
Try and have a conversation with your kid and understand where they're coming from, and then try to reasonably talk to them about something.
I'm going to tell you, you can tell a lot about a person on what kind of parent they're going to be or what kind of parent they are by whether or not the dog jumps up on the table. If you can't, because a lot of people use the same techniques with their kids that they use to train their dogs. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. So if you have no control of your animals, chances are you're going to have no control of your kids.
So I can keep the spray bottle when we decide.
I think you can, a can with pennies in it, like an aluminum can, throw it at your kid. But it's about following. I think it's about following through. And it's hard, right? You've gotta. If you say this can't be done, then you gotta follow through. You gotta be willing to disappoint. Kids need to be disappointed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because if you're not disappointed, you don't know what disappointment feels like. What are you gonna do in the real world?
And I feel like you can't do the good.
Like my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Luckily, her parents taught her disappointment because she has me.
She's been used to it her whole life.
She has dealt with disappointment before. I'm not anything out of the ordinary.
Now, the good cop, bad cop parenting too. That probably can't work. You probably can't allow that to happen. Where
that happens all the time.
You're the good person, and then your spouse ends up being the bad person.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Happens all the time, especially in breakups. So one parent gives no discipline, the other parent gives a ton of discipline. So it ends up.
They never want to spend time at the disciplinarian's house.
Why would you want to? You can throw a keg party at mom's or dad's house.
Yeah.
Whereas, and I've seen it on both ways. It's not a gender exclusive thing.
No, it's
I've
not.
seen the dad being the one that lets him get away with everything. I've seen the mom, and it is what. But don't you walk away at the end of the day? Your parents are like, "I'm sorry, I was so tough on you as a kid," and you're like, "No, actually, looking back on it." I learned an awful lot, and that's how I became a parent. By the way, I was treated, which is why I beat my kids. You learn from what you dealt with.
I dust off the old dunce cap and bring it out every once in a while.
Wayne says, I want to get his in here. I tell Angeline, it's your turn to parent them. I do think that it's important so that both parents are doing the tough stuff. It's always one, then you're right. They don't like that one parent, or at least they don't like being dealt with that way. I got a break. Let's do Hobica's free money question of the day. We're starting with a C note here today. Wouldn't it be nice to add $100 to your pocket as you're doing your holiday shopping? And Megan, this morning, filling in for Davey, you're looking for caller number. I can turn you on right here if you want.
Caller number 9.
Caller number 9. Number 9. The weird things we do. Just triggered by a simple number. The number 9. 315-736-0186. Your chance right now to win from Hobica and WIBX.
For eligible individuals 18 and older with self-perceived mild to moderate hearing loss only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
Hello, I'm Dr. Harvey Abrams, head of research audiology at Jabra Enhance. Did you know there's a connection between untreated hearing loss and chronic conditions like cognitive decline and dementia? The good news is hearing aids can actually reduce these risks and help you stay connected. Today, I'm excited to tell you about my favorite hearing aids, the game-changing Jabra Enhance Select 500. Jabra Enhance offers an affordable solution for most common hearing problems with our best ever speech-enhancing capabilities for a mighty sound in a micro-sized package. Plus, with Jabra Enhance's premium package, you get 3 years of continuous remote care provided by licensed hearing healthcare professionals. No waiting rooms or long commutes. It's as easy as video chatting with a friend. Because at Jabra Enhance, our job is to help you hear and be heard.
Save $300 on Enhance Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to JabraEnhance.com/radio. That's JABRA Enhance.com/radio. JabraEnhance.com/radio.
Herkimer County is New York's tallest county, with its feet in the Mohawk Valley and head in the Adirondack Mountains. Up in the Adirondacks is Macaulay Mountain, New York's best family mountain because it's safe, affordable, and it has something for everyone in the family. Located in Old Forge, Macaulay Mountain is big mountain skiing in a spectacular small package. Macaulay, the home mountain of 5 U.S. Olympic skiers, opens a new triple chairlift this month, taking skiers and snowboarders from base to summit. Macaulay Mountain also offers easier trails from the summit, so everyone gets to enjoy alpine views over the Fulton chain of lakes to the Adirondacks High Peak region. Also, enjoy 15 kilometers of groomed cross-country trails winding through the forested winter wonderland. Old Forge is a 1-hour drive north from New York Thruway Exit 30 in Herkimer or Exit 31 in Utica. For more information, go to experienceherkimercounty.com. Herkimer County, I love New York.
I went in for a regular prostate screening and my lab results showed my PSA level were elevated.
We repeated the lab test and the second test came back elevated too. We did a biopsy and the biopsy showed cancer in certain areas of Philip's prostate.
Dr. Ba performed a prostatectomy at Wayne Hospital using robotic surgery to remove the cancer.
We were able to cure him with smaller incisions and he had a quick recovery.
Since the surgery, all my PSA level has been normal. I am proof that early detection can prevent something far worse.
I had been lifting something heavy, felt a tinge in my back. I also had some shortness of breath, but thought it was due to what I figured was some kind of muscle pull. I was wrong.
The episodes of pain that Ray was experiencing were actually small heart attacks. The Wynn Emergency Department was able to provide immediate life-saving care to Ray's heart.
If it wasn't for the amazing team at Wynn, I might not be here at all. I feel indebted to everyone who helped make Wynn Hospital a reality so I can get the immediate care I needed right when I needed it.
Thank you for giving my daddy back home.
Need a new bed and need cash for the holidays? It's Christmas on Kevin at Mattress Express. You heard me right. No credit check payment plans available in 5 years to pay with no money down as well for qualified buyers. Check out these deals. A Sealy Queen mattress, $999, get a $400 prepaid Visa card back. A Queen Flex Head mattress and adjustable base, $24.99, get an $800 prepaid Visa card back. Sealy Queen mattress with adjustable base, $19.99, get an $800 prepaid Visa card back. Yes, it goes on. The Smart Bed by Instant Comfort. Make it soft and firm on each side. A Queen mattress for $34.99. Get a $1,000 prepaid Visa card. No credit check payment plans. Also 5 years to pay with no money down. Tempur-Pedic King and Queen sets a $200 prepaid Visa card. The beds you need and the cash back for the holidays. Check out our new store in Auburn in the Tractor Supply Plaza.
Hey, I want to tell you about Ricky Z, who will be in here for our Christmas Eve show, 6 a.m. until 12 noon next Tuesday, Christmas Eve morning. Ricky Z from Mazda, Steve Ponte Mazda. Mazda has been winning races and building award-winning vehicles for 100 years. And right now, at Steve Ponte Mazda, you can drive a new 2024 Mazda CX-30 SE for only $269 a month. That's a 36-month lease. That's a great deal. Or you can save 0% APR financing with 0.9% APR financing on select new 2024 Mazdas. See Rick or anybody at the dealership for details. As Rick always says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda, where it is always easy to do business. Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I don't want to alert anybody, but I'm going to tell you about something that I witnessed on Friday.
Oh, really?
And I don't want to get anybody all alarmed, but I'm telling you. And I'd like to know, maybe I'm not the only one. So our phone number is going to be 315-736-0186. Time for Hobica's free money question. We'll do that in just a second. Time for Hobica's free money question of the day. From the Hobica Law Firm, Joseph and Andrew Hobica. Call them for your legal needs at 315-724-1600. The Hobica Law Firm. On the line right now is Duncan. Duncan in Stittville. Hello, Duncan. Good morning. Thanks for coming on. Good morning.
Well, hello, Bill.
Duncan is going to compete to win today's
Duncan, can you bring us some donuts?
Question of the day.
Anybody? Okay.
Duncan?
Hello.
Hello. All right, are you ready? Do you have your thinking cap on? Are you ready to go?
Yes, I do. I'll put my New York Mets cap on.
Oh, my
All right.
God.
Okay, I like it.
You know, Duncan's probably already went out and got himself a Juan Soto jersey.
Well, he does like his soda.
Yeah, we
know that.
That's right.
Okay. All right, Stephanie, you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
You know the rule. You'll have 7 seconds to
Is he
answer.
going to know this one, you think?
I don't know.
All right.
Question's a question. Here we go. Here is your question. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Here you go. Here's your question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
What will you do with the money if you win, Stefan? I'm just curious.
It'll be for Christmas cash.
Yeah, you need some Christmas stuff.
All right. How generous of you.
All right, here's your question. 7 seconds. Get your answer in. Here we go. The name of this fish is also the name of a toll road. Ready, go.
What is haddock?
Is it haddock? The other day I was driving on Haddock 105 and
went down the old haddock.
I went. I got to tell you, it caught me speeding.
Big accident over on the haddock.
On the haddock,
a couple days
there
ago.
was
big pile up.
Yeah, good guess. You had to get a guess in. Anybody on this one?
Yes, I did.
Anybody? Megan, this is for you. The name of this fish is also the name of a toll road. Any idea?
A sturgeon.
A sturgeon.
That's actually pretty good.
The other day, I was driving on the sturgeon. And
Sturgeon.
Okay, Andrew. The name of this fish is also the name of a toll road.
It's got to be bass.
I was on the Bass the other day.
Bass Turnpike.
Did you say
the Bass Turnpike? Oh, pike.
Turnpike.
Oh, gosh.
You said it and didn't even know you were saying it.
I didn't even know I had the right answer.
Did you get that, Stefan? It's pike.
Pike. Yeah.
Pike.
Oh.
A transportation
I
pike
get it.
is usually a highway where you would be paying a toll. A turnpike.
We have a couple free ones though. The Seneca Turnpike is a free road.
That is true. And then the pike, the fish, is prevalent up in the Northeast and has, of course, big teeth. It's a rather large fish. All right, Stefan, we're going to give you as a consolation the Food and Fun cards, $25 gift card. And it's not $100, but it's half of that. And then we'll give you the $25 gift card to It's a Utica Thing, where you can have your events catered, your holiday party still catered. It's not too late to call. And it's a great place for lunch, open Tuesday through Sundays for lunch. So you stand by, and Megan's going to get your details, okay?
Okay, thank you, Bill.
All right, stand by. Don't go anywhere. The pike.
That's a good question. How about me?
How about you?
Not even know. The Bass Turnpike.
Giving the answer without even knowing.
Well, because I was doing the play on the Mass Turnpike.
The Mass Turnpike. Okay, I want to say something here, and I don't want to alarm people, but now I don't think people will be alarmed because of our proximity and where we are. But I swear to God, I tried to pull over and get a picture of it, and I couldn't. On Friday, when I was leaving here on Friday morning, there was a small but large. So, and it's sleek looking. It wasn't like your typical. It was not like your typical aircraft. When I say small, I'm saying probably the size of a like the size of a prop plane, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like it was sleek in a jet, almost like a jet, but it wasn't. And it was all silver, and it was flying over Utica. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I could not get a picture of it.
So, around.
Meanwhile, I just want you to know where I was. I'm merging from here on River Road.
Yeah.
And then you go over, and then you merge going on 12 South.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nightmare merger right there.
Yeah, it is. You got to be paying attention.
That is a bass trout pike. It is. Everybody's fighting to get in, and then you have the traffic coming from 12 North coming down.
Yeah.
All that traffic, and everybody's flying. It's very difficult. So here I am trying to get a picture in the sky as I'm watching this thing, and then I lost it in the clouds.
So around here,
I think it was a drone.
Around here, we got Griffiths that is doing that testing, right? They have unmanned aerial systems.
I would not be as surprised as the people are in New Jersey,
right? But I mean,
or in Long Island.
What's going on there? It's unbelievable.
You said somebody else said they saw drones in our area.
My cousin was leaving the gym in New York Mills a couple months ago when this was going on, and he said he couldn't believe the speed of it. When he went to go try to get a video of it, he was able to get a partial video, but it seemed to have just evaporated out of the sky. And it was at like 4 in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning.
So he wasn't able to see. He was seeing more of a light.
Yeah, he was seeing the lights.
The light.
But he said it was fairly large. Like a lot of people are describing these drones as like the size of an SUV in the sky.
That's what I'm describing.
Yeah.
It's a large. It's it's not your home drone that's flying around and hovering. This thing was flying, and I don't know that it was a drone. It may have been a plane, but it looked like if it was a plane, it was a really sleek plane, and it was much quieter than, because I rolled the window down, and it was probably difficult, but it was close enough where if that was a jet, you'd be hearing it. Or even if it was a prop plane. But I didn't see it was not a prop plane.
Yeah, my thoughts on this whole thing, and people say, well, it could be military testing, and it's confidential, top secret. No, it's not. Not when everybody's seeing them. Right? If it's a military, you don't have to tell what's going on, but if it's the military doing this, just say, hey, it's military testing.
Yeah,
it's not like it's invading the secrets or revealing the secrets. People can see them.
Do you think, Megan? Do you want to get in on this? Because I know your father's a cop, so you I don't know what that means, why that makes it relevant, but I'm bringing you in
because they probably get a lot of complaints about the
the cops always get the complaints.
It's only a matter of time before they invade Connecticut.
To me,
they already are.
315-736-0186. If you've seen anything, I have. And if you want to pipe in on it, my belief is our military is pretty darn good. And think about it, when we're asking to have Griffiths, the technology at Griffiths, maybe the technology at the drone facility, get involved in this. Don't you think that the Northeast Air Defense, or whatever we call ours now, knows exactly what's going on? They have to see this. They have to know what's going on.
But you also remember the kerfuffle over the Chinese spy balloon, too.
But we were following that. that. Military was following that. And the choice was to not shoot it down until it got out over the ocean off the coast of South Carolina. But do we really think, do you think that we don't know what it is, what these are?
That's the thing. I wonder if it's a matter of national security, and maybe they do know who is behind the drones, and
or maybe
they're
behind
saying
it,
who it is.
Or maybe they're saying they're behind it. Or maybe they're protecting us like they do with UFOs. They have UFO information, but they don't feel the public can handle it.
Yeah, I saw a UFO in 2004 with my dad. And I'm not kidding you.
Joking.
It was So
what did you see? What did you see?
So my dad is better at saying this because relaying the story, but it was in 2004. We were in Cancun, Mexico. We saw a ball of light flying super low and super fast over the ocean, and it takes a perfect 90-degree left turn, a perfect 90-degree right turn, and then just zips off. And my dad was a state police officer at the time.
Yeah.
We have family in the U.S. Air Force, and we know that technology where something can move at that fast and do a perfect, and I mean it was just like boop to the left, boop to the right.
That's a technical term.
Yeah, it is.
I know, I'm doing
It booped to the left.
And it booped to the right.
And to the right.
They booped to the left, they booped to the right, they booped up and down, and Megan saw the sight.
Okay, when are you getting your record deal, Andrew?
Oh, not soon enough.
Okay, so I always kind of feel like there's some sort of an explanation for most of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a ball of fire once too, and actually I have a video of it.
Oh.
But it was at night, and they said it was probably a comet coming into the atmosphere, and it would end up blowing up or what have you. But it was definitely a fireball.
Yeah.
But the problem with those is it plays tricks on us, on our eyes. It could be, you say it's moving very slowly.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's moving right at you, so it doesn't seem like it's moving quickly. Whereas if it was moving if you're standing north and it was moving from east to west, you probably would see that it's moving pretty quickly. But based on your proximity, it becomes very difficult.
Bill, it was an alien. Don't be a denier.
But technically, what you saw was a UFO. It is an unidentified flying object.
Absolutely.
Whether it was from out there, I don't know. But
the planet of Boop.
I saw something large enough to probably only be flown with the people at Griffiths or with military flying over Utica.
Rudy in Lowville saying
Friday morning.
A little over an hour north, we have Fort Drum, so who knows what's going on there. I just think that with all of the sightings, you can say it's military testing. Like, we know there's military testing and research being done in Rome. You don't have to go any further than that. Don't get specific as to.
But what if this is something that needs to fly where low enough where it can be seen in order for them to test? Maybe it's a drone. Hopefully it's connected to Griffiths, and it's drone defense. That's what we really need.
And I just got
military research.
And I got a conspiracy theory just now that someone is saying this is deliberately happening to take the pressure off what happened with the United Healthcare CEO.
That makes sense. Oh, hi, Jake. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. I'm glad you're talking about this. I live at Candlewick Apartments.
Yes.
Now, Saturday morning, this past
And where is
Saturday,
that, by the way? Is that in Utica?
It's off of Herkimer Road, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
I know where it is.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Andrew knows. Was it a full moon that night?
Saturday night was a full moon, officially, yep.
Friday night for Saturday.
Sunday morning, the 15th, was the full moon.
Okay.
Yep.
So I wake up 5 o'clock every morning. I look through the window, Bill, and I promise you, I don't know what it was. There was something swaying in the sky back and forth at red, maybe green, white lights. And I thought I was seeing things. I said, I know it's not a star.
Yeah,
I went outside and looked at it again, and I said, what the hell is that? Because I never seen, other than seeing it on TV. That's the first time I saw it on live.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I'm not the only one calling on other people.
You're not the only one. Other people are calling as well, and I saw it. Now, I'm going to take Tom, Jake, because Tom says he knows what I saw over Utica.
Okay.
All right?
All right, have
Jake.
a good day, guys.
Thank you.
All
right, Jake.
I don't know what Jake saw, though. I don't know what that was. But, think about it. The drones can actually become part of fireworks displays where they can spell
shooting
words
them
out and they can do
yeah.
all this stuff. A drone does have that technology to be able to stop and turn.
Really
Hi,
quick,
Tom.
before we talk to Tom,
Hold on.
because Dana saying about the drones, if they are spying or something like that, I would think they would not have their navigation lights on, so they're so easily spotted.
Well, that brings up the other point. People are saying it can't be our military. It's got to be someone spying on us. Okay, right out in broad daylight. Why would they? Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense either. So, hi, Tom. What did I see?
Hi. Yeah, I think you saw a Predator, a U.S. Air Force Predator drone. They're a little bigger than a Cessna, a lot longer, and they're real swoopy looking, and they've got kind of a snakehead look on the front of them. You know,
it was very
front,
sleek.
That was. You probably saw a Predator drone, and they're very likely to be seen around this area because of the Griffiths project.
Right.
I don't know if they're dealing with that, and no, that's not something to be alarmed about. That's all ours.
Yeah.
And if you want, I took photographs of one over at the State Fair. The Air National Guard had one over there on display, and in addition, we just had a buddy of mine make up a meme putting one of those Predator drones on a carton of Remington shot shells and saying drone loads.
Yeah, that's
drone loads. It was cute, but that was exactly what I
if you could send me that picture, I'd love to see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be a few minutes before I can dig it up, but
Okay.
I'll get it. Hey,
right,
listen,
Tom.
to where? Where do you want it sent? Do you want it sent to your instant messenger, or do you want it sent to how?
However you can send it to me that I get it. That would be awesome.
Okay, sure. All right, yep.
Thank you.
All right, Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Wayne. Hi, Wayne.
What you guys are seeing is, there's like and I'm not making fun of the homeless. I'm just stating a fact. Okay. There's a homeless guy that flies kites in the area. Several different sizes of kites. And I think what he's doing is night flying with like some sort of lights on it.
Oh,
okay.
Night kite.
Yeah, he's all over New Jersey and Long Island.
Yeah, they call him night kite.
Night kite.
But it depends on how long the string is, Andrew.
That's true. That is true. Yeah,
could be a new series on TV. Night kite.
No, even if we see these things and people are so bothered by it, there's absolutely nothing you could do about it.
That is true.
Like trying to control the color of the sky.
Yep.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That
Sit there
is.
and enjoy the view.
All right. Thank you, Wayne. Oh, I missed. Hold on, I
you
missed
always
my time.
do. That's okay.
Thank you, Wayne. I'm not necessarily worried about what I saw. To me, it's kind of novel. I think it's kind of cool knowing what we're doing at Griffiths with the Sky Dome, the largest indoor drone testing facility in the world. Pretty wild. Got a break. We have news coming up, and then you want to talk more about this. 315-736-0186 is the number. We'll get to it next hour.
For eligible individuals 18 and older with self-perceived mild to moderate hearing loss only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
Hello, I'm Dr. Harvey Abrams, head of research audiology at Jabra Enhance. Did you know there's a connection between untreated hearing loss and chronic conditions like cognitive decline and dementia? The good news is hearing aids can actually reduce these risks and help you stay connected. Today, I'm excited to tell you about my favorite hearing aids, the game-changing Jabra Enhance Select 500. Jabra Enhance offers an affordable solution for most common hearing problems with our best-ever speech-enhancing capabilities for a mighty sound in a micro-sized package. Plus, with Jabra Enhance's premium package, you get 3 years of continuous remote care provided by licensed hearing healthcare professionals. No waiting rooms or long commutes. It's as easy as video chatting with a friend. Because at Jabra Enhance, our job is to help you hear and be heard.
Save $300 on Enhanced Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to JabraEnhance.com/radio. That's JABRA Enhance.com/radio. JabraEnhance.com/radio.
Great holiday entertainment this week at the Rome Capitol Theater. Tomorrow at 7, a Tuba Christmas free concert. Thursday at 7, the Wizards of Winter, a holiday rock event for the whole family. Friday at 7, It's a Wonderful Life, also on Saturday at 2:30 matinee and an evening screening at 7. Sunday at 6 and 8:30, it's the Candlelight Concerts Nutcracker String Quartet. For more information, visit RomeCapital.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Another Trump nominee will spend the week on Capitol Hill. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is the president-elect's choice to be Health and Human Services Secretary, he'll meet with 25 Republican senators this week ahead of what could be a contentious hearing next year.
He is, of course, part of the most famous family of Democrats in our nation's history, and yet none of these 25 senators are Democrats. Instead, the strategy for the transition team seems to be shore up the right flank, minimize Republican defections, and try to keep the focus on improvement.
That's Fox's Peter Ducey. The Senate's Democratic Majority Leader Chuck Schumer wants better drone detection after all the mystery sightings in New Jersey and his state of New York, calling on the government to use improved technology.
360-degree technology that has a much better chance of detecting these drones.
Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says they're providing improved technology to New Jersey and New York as lawmakers in those states demand more information about who's flying these drones. Mayorkas tells ABC's This Week.
If we identify any foreign involvement or criminal activity, we will communicate with the American public accordingly.
They're mourning a sheriff's deputy in Florida the day after Elio Diaz was shot at a traffic stop by a driver who fled. Charlotte County Sheriff Bill Pramell says he's dead, too, after they caught up with Andrew Moston Jr. at a Popeyes in Punta Gorda.
When deputies approached him, he immediately grabbed for a rifle, and one of the deputies fired a shot, striking him in the head.
Israel keeps bombing areas of Syria after opposition rebels took over the country.
Israel's been pounding Syrian territory since the fall of former leader Bashar al-Assad. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says it's to ensure Syrian weapons don't fall into the hands of extremists.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. In Gaza, Palestinian officials say the latest Israeli strikes bring the total number of Palestinian deaths since the war against Hamas broke out to over 45,000. America's listening to Fox News.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation welcomed U.S. Army Specialist Brent Menard into a new mortgage-free smart home in Florida. Now, while on a road clearance mission in Afghanistan, Brent's vehicle was blown up by an improvised explosive device. Brent became a T4 paraplegic. Tunnel to Towers built him a specially adapted smart home that allows severely injured heroes like Brett to live more independently. We hope you'll donate $11 a month so this great work can continue. Just go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
We haven't heard much from Vice President Harris since losing the election after replacing President Biden as the Democratic nominee. He praised his VP at a Democratic National Committee holiday reception last night.
I knew her. I knew of her. I knew about her. I knew her record. I trusted her. She always served this country with purpose and integrity, and she always will. And you're not going anywhere, kid, because we're not going to let you go.
Now, this is a day the president's son, Hunter Biden, might have dreaded. Not anymore, after his father pardoned him in 2 cases and for any potential crimes committed dating back to 2014.
The sentencing for failing to pay and file taxes over 4 years from 2016 to 2019 was supposed to happen today. Hunter Biden could have possibly faced 17 years in prison. He was looking at possibly 25 years in prison for the gun charge. He'd been accused of lying on an ATF form about using drugs when he purchased a weapon in Delaware. Hunter pled guilty this past September in Los Angeles to 9 federal tax charges for falsifying records and failing to file returns while he was using and addicted to drugs. But attorneys filed paperwork in both matters stating that hearings are moot as President Biden has pardoned his son. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Congress is on deadline again to fund the government by Friday to prevent a shutdown. House Republican Ralph Norman tells Fox Business he's only for short-term spending.
They're like children in a candy shop. You don't give them any more money or funding.
He says they only want it through January 21st, the day after President-elect Trump takes office. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising before this week's trading. On Sunday Night Football, Green Bay beat Seattle 30-13 after the highest-scoring game of the season in Detroit.
Now, Allen
Short toss, easy doing, touchdown, Bills. Davis, the recipient.
Josh Allen led the Buffalo Bills to a 48-42 win over the Lions on CBS, snapping Detroit's 11-game win streak. Philadelphia beat Pittsburgh 27-13 for a 10th straight win for the Eagles. Houston topped Miami 20-12, clinching a division title for the Texans. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM 92.3 FM news time. 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. We're up a degree, 33 now under cloudy skies here in Marcy. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by the Stanley Center of the Arts. The Syracuse City Court judge who refused to marry a same-sex couple is recusing herself from handling criminal cases. Judge Felicia Pitts Davis will not be involved in any cases prosecuted by the Onondaga County District Attorney's Office. Pitts Davis has faced criticism for deciding not to marry the couple last month for what were reported to be religious reasons. The matter is in the hands of a grand jury, and in the meantime, Pitts Davis will temporarily be assigned to civil cases. An inmate is dead following what is being called a use-of-force incident at an Oneida County prison. The State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision says the incident happened last week at Marcy Correctional Facility. The inmate was rushed to a hospital for treatment but passed away of their injuries. All of the staff members who had a part in the incident are now on administrative leave. Syracuse police say there has been a drop in retail crime at Destiny USA during this holiday season. Additional officers remain on duty at the mall, which has been the site of violent crimes in the past. Shoppers are asked to report anything suspicious immediately and to make sure their vehicles are locked. Since the Property Crime Task Force launched last year, more than $200,000 worth of merchandise has been recovered. Central New York motorists aren't seeing much of a change in prices when it comes time to fill up their vehicle. AAA says the average cost for a gallon of regular fuel is now $3.31 in the Utica-Rome area. That's down a penny in the last week and is 2 cents less than this time 1 month ago. The state average for gas is $3.14 a gallon, while nationally it's $3.02. A new state-of-the-art drone detection system will soon be protecting the skies above New York. Governor Hochul says funding for the system is courtesy of the Biden administration. The move comes in the wake of multiple drone sightings over New Jersey and along the East Coast. Now the governor is encouraging the swift passage of the Counter-UAS Authorities Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act to better protect the state. And your morning cup of coffee might be more than just a quick pick-me-up. A new study done by the University of Coimbra in Portugal says the drink may be adding to your lifespan. The research was funded by the Institute for Scientific Information on Coffee, a nonprofit organization started by companies from the coffee industry. The study found that regular coffee drinkers may be adding an average of almost 2 healthful years to their lifespan. WIBX 950 AM.
Can I just, before you do the weather, can I just say that on the woman, the judge in Onondaga County,
Judge Pitts Davis.
So she's saying I cannot carry out my duties as judge for religious reasons.
Well, that's I cannot. She has said that.
No, but she's saying it was for
believed,
religious.
Yeah, it's believed that
I can't do the ceremony for religious reasons.
Correct.
So imagine if that's how the courts worked. So I can't show up in court to face these charges for religious reasons. I mean, why couldn't a defendant, if the judge can use religious reasons to not carry out the law, why couldn't a defendant do the same thing?
I have 8 wives due to religious reasons.
It's religious reasons. You're just going to have to deal with it. I mean, to be honest, most people look at me with 8 wives and they're like, oh, my God, this guy's got to be a saint. 8 wives.
Can you imagine the alimony?
He can't do anything right. Anyway, I just kind of wonder, we can't have that.
Well, and if you're recusing yourself from the criminal cases, which is what William Fitzpatrick wanted her to do, how is it any different in civil cases?
Do I want her handling a civil case? Using her religious reasons to come to her conclusion. I just don't. I don't buy that. All right, forecast. Are you ready for that?
I'm always ready for that. It is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville. Yep.
Could be a little slick in spots here early on a Monday. Other than that, the milder weather is going to win out here for the beginning of the week. Might be some light mixed precipitation around early then. Might see a little rain into the afternoon, also some patchy fog. 45. Tonight we only dropped to 40 with occasional rain showers. Tuesday, occasional rain and showers. Highs in the upper 40s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
33 degrees, cloudy skies. It's 8:10. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. The Green Bay Packers jumped out to an early lead and never looked back in a 30-13 win over the Seattle Seahawks in an NFC showdown on Sunday Night Football at Lumen Field. You heard it right here on WIBX. Jordan Love completed 20 of 27 passes for 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs rushed for 94 yards and a score. Packers' record moves to 10-4. The Seahawks had a 4-game win streak snapped. They fall to 8-6. What an amazing performance from Josh Allen yet again. The Lions' franchise record 11-game winning streak is over after the Bills knocked off Detroit 48-42 at Ford Field. It was the highest scoring game in the NFL this season. Before that, last week, Bills-Rams. Josh Allen threw for 362 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for 68 yards and 2 more scores. Buffalo has scored 30-plus points in 8 straight games. That extends the Bills' franchise mark as they improve to 11-3 on the season. The Chiefs are hoping their star quarterback isn't seriously hurt. Patrick Mahomes left Sunday's 21-7 win over the Browns late in the fourth quarter with an ankle issue. He did not return, but head coach Andy Reid told the media after the game nothing's broken and considers Mahomes day-to-day. The star quarterback said he would have fought a little harder to come back if the game was closer. Kansas City has a quick turnaround with a Saturday afternoon matchup against the Texans at Arrowhead and will play 4 days later on Christmas Day against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. The Yankees have made a big trade going into the weekend. They traded Nestor Cortez for Brewers' Devin Williams. The team acquired him, of course, the Yankees acquired Devin Williams in exchange for Nestor and prospect Caleb Durbin. Williams had a 1.25 ERA and converted 14 of 15 save opportunities in nearly 22 innings last season. Cortez went 9-10 last season to go with a 3.77 ERA in more than 174 innings. Syracuse losing to Georgetown over the weekend. They'll look to bounce back from that recent loss when the 5-5 Orange host Maryland at noon. Is that today, that Maryland game?
I have no idea.
It doesn't say here.
I don't think so.
Hold on. Oh, no, it'll be a Saturday. It'll be Saturday.
Yes, they don't play again until Saturday.
Yeah. It's a noon game.
What time is the
Maryland.
Syracuse game on Saturday?
No.
Syracuse basketball.
Which league?
Which
men's?
Are you kidding? You gotta do that because you're right.
The women's team
it's
plays.
The men's basketball team on Saturday. What time?
It's 8:13 a.m.
Okay, good. Apparently, this artificial intelligence is working really well with you. I'm not very happy.
I hate you. While she's
Not even responding
while she's figuring that out,
it did come up on my web.
The Jets won, and the Giants lost. So
okay, this story I cannot believe you ignored. There was a multiple vehicle crash in Colorado earlier this month, and when the cops showed up, they've just released this video. When the cops showed up, the driver said, "Yeah, it's true. I'm part of the accident. I didn't cause it, but I'm in it. And yes, I've had about 10 drinks. But I am a professional drinker. So
in that case,
you don't need to worry about me." Here's the interaction he had with police and their body camera.
How much have you had to drink tonight, man?
Probably 10.
10 drinks? All right, cool. Do you want to do roadsides? You already told me your 10 drinks, Steve, right? You're pretty drunk.
Hey.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, like, I'm a professional drinker.
Okay.
I'm a professional drinker. He sounded like a pro.
Honesty.
He sounded like a pro. All right, hold tight. Lots to get to, including the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce has named their Business of the Year. And they also are urging you to shop local. Did you know 1 in 5 U.S. adults get their news from where now? Social media influencers.
Oh, wow.
We have somebody talking about that, too, coming up. And a lot of people piping in on these, on whatever it was that I maybe saw on Friday morning flying over Utica. A lot of people believe it was what kind of drone did Tom call it?
A Predator drone.
A Predator drone from the military. Rob also says that there was how did he put it? There was a drone that left Syracuse. This actually goes back a couple of years. The drone went down in Lake Ontario a couple of years ago. They retrieved it, he said, I believe. Okay, you have anything on this? 315-736-0186.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings, reflecting on the blessings of the past year. For many at the Rome Rescue Mission, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them. And to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $20, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $20. Please consider what you can do to pass along the joy of this season. Donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
We're your neighbors, friends, and your family. We care about our community, your business, and most important, you.
We support charities like the United Way, McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center. We are the members of IBEW Local 43 and NECA Contractors. You don't just see our work, you live it. From the JMA Wireless Dome, hospitals, schools, and city buildings, the IBEW is part of the community.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
Welcome to the Potting Shed Antiques, the local business with the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Antiques make thoughtful gifts. Don Hartman invites you to shop local and save with 50% off the entire store, except for coins and gold jewelry. Gold jewelry is now 20% off. Stop in every Thursday through Saturday, starting Black Friday through Christmas Eve. Make holiday memories with Don and his staff at the Potting Shed Antiques, Oriskany Boulevard, Whitesboro, or online at thepottingshedantiques.com.
Why wait for January to start your health journey? The time to take action is now. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Fit Body Bootcamp. Whether you're looking to get stronger, feel better, or just start living your best life, me and my team of coaches are here to help. Right now, you can jumpstart your fitness goals by joining our Fit for the Holidays 28-day promotion for only $57. Or come on in and join us for 3 free sessions. Don't wait for the new year. Start your health journey now. Just give us a call and live your best life at Fit Body Bootcamp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Get ready to deck the halls and make your home merry and bright this holiday season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Create lasting memories with friends and family around a new dining room set or in a new living room. With over 40 quality living and dining rooms available, you're sure to find the perfect pieces that match any style. Relax, unwind, and rejuvenate this holiday season with a new luxurious bedroom. From sofas to dining tables, bedroom sets to comfy recliners, Adirondack Home Furniture in the Old Riverside Center has what you need to create your dream home for the holidays. With free local delivery, sale prices on in-stock items and special orders, and a knowledgeable staff, your home will be ready for the holidays in no time. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality, USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. Wishing you a happy holiday season, Adirondack Home Furniture, Horatio Street, Utica. Or browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com.
The church gives us a peace the world cannot give. Letting go of bitterness and resentment can help us find inner peace. The sacrament of reconciliation and the grace the sacrament provides may help us to forgive ourselves, forgive others, and enjoy a peace we may not have known for years. What a gift. On December 16th, Catholic churches throughout the diocese will be open for the sacrament of reconciliation. The light is on for you. Come home for Christmas, and let's celebrate the joy of the Eucharist.
Trusted steel power in the palm of your hand. This holiday season, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld garden pruner. Now just $149.99. Check off a gift from the top of their wish list and make trimming tree limbs a breeze with a lightweight design and 4-inch cutting bar. Visit your local steel dealer today or shop online at steelusa.com. Was $179.99 MSRP. Includes battery and charger. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey, if you're looking for an amazing lunch this week, visit Authentically Italian. It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar in the Big Lots Plaza, Leland Ave in North Utica. Open at 11:30 a.m. Tuesday through Sunday for lunch. And it could be a quick lunch. You could hang out for a while. If you're looking for a quick lunch, they have you covered with lunch salads and soups and homemade pastas, amazing sandwiches, calzones, and more. Let It's a Utica Thing Catering turn your holiday party into a holiday feast. Any size office, big or small, they have you covered. And it's not too late to call on them to handle your upcoming party. Gift cards by $20, get $5 free. Eat in, take out, or ask about the family packs that are just filled. It's almost like your own buffet brought right to your workplace or your home. It's perfect for the entire office. It's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar, the perfect choice for lunch, Tuesday through Sundays. Catering for the big special that we do every year. It's a week from tomorrow, the Christmas Eve extravaganza. It's a Utica Thing. We'll be handling the catering for that as well. Christmas Eve morning, 1 week from tomorrow, 6 a.m. until 12 noon. It's a Utica Thing, and it's a Utica Thing Kitchen and Bar.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, I have to go to Carrie in a second, but before Carrie, I want to quickly take Terry, who is, Terry, where are you calling from, by the way?
Virginia.
Oh, you're in Virginia. Okay.
Yep.
So what do you see in the sky?
Well, sometimes I just see something flying over my house like a drone looking thing.
Okay.
And I just don't know what it is.
So hold on, I'll get you there.
You're seeing this in Virginia, Terry?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you on the coast?
No, middle. Like
You're in the middle? Okay.
Yeah.
Where in Virginia are you?
Like Sutton, West Virginia.
Okay. All right. And you see, I think these drones are hitting all over the Northeast. Do you think
I do too. I mean,
yeah.
I've heard a lot of people talking about them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, do you watch it on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for calling in, Terry.
I appreciate it.
You have a great day. Thank you.
We appreciate you listening.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. It just shows you the technology. We can have drones in the air and someone listening from Virginia on YouTube all at the same time. Terry, thank you.
How far we've come.
And we heard, we were hearing from a lot of different people. By the way, that drone that went down, this was a couple of years ago. The drone that went down was actually from Fort Drum in Lake Ontario. And it was a drone worth millions of dollars. Crashed, and they finally recovered it. This week, we heard, or last week, end of last week, the Business of the Year from the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. On the line right now is Carrie Puleo. Carrie, good morning. Who are all these people? Who are all these people that are cheering for you?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good morning.
So we have a business to congratulate, I'm told.
Yeah, so we actually have business winners in 5 categories, and this is an award ceremony we've been doing since 1988, really to highlight the wonderful and amazing things that the businesses in our community do. It's always a great end-of-year celebration with a big luncheon, packed house, and our winners this year, we have a Catalyst Rising Business category. That one is a business which must have been a business for under 5 years, Three Brothers Seal Coating. We honor for-profit and not-for-profit businesses.
Okay.
So in the Not-for-profit business with under 50 employees is the Utica Public Library, and coincidentally, they were celebrating their 120th birthday on the day of the award luncheon, and we didn't even realize. So that was a fantastic, wonderful coincidence. And our for-profit with over 50 employees is First Source Federal Credit Union. Some people may not realize credit unions are not-for-profit, put money back into the community, and they do amazing things, including give all their employees money to give away on Giving Tuesday and give back to the community.
That's
and then,
nice.
Of course, our for-profit businesses, Hale Manufacturing, which has been a family-owned business for over 100 years as well. They've relocated closer to Utica. They're now in Schuyler, and they build beautiful handmade bookcases as well as other handmade wooden objects. And then our for-profit category, over 50 employees, Indium Corporation, celebrating their 90th anniversary this year, a worldwide, global, dominating material science business, which just does incredible things for our community, not only in being an employer, but the science and improving our lives.
I think each of these businesses are businesses that we would, in some cases, you don't even realize are in your own backyard, like Hale, and others that are doing really great things, and we just take them for granted, and this allows you to put them in the spotlight. That's a real positive.
Yeah, we like to give them a little spotlight and celebrate all of our business community, especially at the end of the year when we're giving thanks. We give thanks to the businesses that can keep our community growing.
Your other push is the importance of shopping local.
Absolutely. I did some holiday shopping this weekend myself, and while I wasn't local, I bought local-made products to the place I was at. Whether it's giving the gift of experiences, I love to give gifts of memberships, perhaps to Munson or the Utica Zoo if you have littles, tickets at Broadway Utica or the Stanley. Restaurant gift certificates are always an amazing gift. So whether it's a gift of a material thing that's made locally or it's a gift of an experience, perhaps, that goes a little farther in bringing, the togetherness of the season. Shopping local is always so important because the dollars stay here. They're the people who support your cheer team when they go to Florida to compete. It's those small businesses that give to you, and you should give back to them.
All right, great stuff. We appreciate what you're doing over there, Carrie. Thank you so much.
Always fantastic talking to you in the morning, gentlemen.
All right, you have a great day. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right. There are a number of these businesses, I think, that we would be... I think people end up being shocked that that's done right here in our own backyard.
There's a lot of cool things. I did a story a few months back about a company, I believe on Lincoln Ave, somewhere in West Utica. They make all of basically the the metal parts that go, or the metal components that go on Harley Davidson and other automobiles, and it's all manufactured right here in Utica.
Okay, the Powerball is tonight, and that is worth $55 million. No,
the Powerball.
Powerball is tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Mega Millions is tomorrow.
Yeah, I got that.
And there was no winner again over the weekend, bringing it to $740 million for tomorrow's drawing. And we are creeping up, slowly but surely, creeping up to the big number. I mean, could we hit $1 billion on Mega Millions? The answer is no, because Andrew's going to win it tomorrow night.
I regularly think about this, even though I rarely play. It's almost expecting, I start to budget. Okay, well, what would I do if I won? I'd likely probably continue working. But what I would do with the money, I would just...
Would you continue working, though?
I think so.
You may take there'd be that day you'd be like, I don't think I'm going to show up today. I'm taking the day off. What are you going to do? I got $740 million. I got it right here in my pocket.
Yeah, not gonna probably work.
I like the people who win $1 million and they're like, now that's a lot. $1 million is a lot of money.
You have to be smart with it.
But it's not a lot.
You got to be smart.
I mean, when you think about, you could put $1 million easily into a home, and that's what these people do. It's like, I won $1 million, and after taxes, of course, it was $600,000.
Yeah,
but we bought this $1.5 million estate. It's awesome.
Struggling for about 2 years.
Struggling with the taxes, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. So you really have to, you need $1 billion today in order to, if you want to live. Without worry.
Working. Yeah.
But you're going to worry. Then there are all these stories of people who win the lottery and their whole lives go way out of control.
If I won $1 million.
If I had
$1 million.
If you won $1 million.
I could continue. I would make that go a long way. I would just, trust somebody smarter than me when it comes to financial advising and just let it grow some. I'd find a way to let it grow. Put it in a CD.
You may have that chance tomorrow night, but listen, at $55 million, would you be okay with the Powerball?
I would be.
That's tonight.
Perfectly fine with that.
Got a break. We'll come right back 8:30 at WIBX.
Hi, I'm Pete from Big Apple Music, and we have lots of Christmas deals. Complete 5-piece Mapex drum sets, $4.99. Electric guitar and amp combos, $1.99. Student acoustic guitars, $98. And a 61-key Yamaha digital keyboard is $119. Plus, we have the best guitars from Fender, Gibson, Taylor, Yamaha, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. We also have the best remote car starters. Plus, we can add heated seats to your car and a backup camera. Right now, take 10% off all WeatherTech floor mats, and we have LED vehicle lighting, step boards, tonneau covers, and all vehicle accessories on sale. Even deals on window tinting. At Big Apple, we have the area's largest selection of musical instruments and accessories at the guaranteed lowest prices. Merry Christmas from all of us at Big Apple Music in New Hartford.
Big Apple Music, put us under your Christmas tree.
For eligible individuals 18 and older with self-perceived mild to moderate hearing loss only. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
Hello, I'm Dr. Harvey Abrams, head of research audiology at Jabra Enhance. Did you know there's a connection between untreated hearing loss and chronic conditions like cognitive decline and dementia? The good news is hearing aids can actually reduce these risks and help you stay connected. Today, I'm excited to tell you about my favorite hearing aids, the game-changing Jabra Enhance Select 500. Jabra Enhance offers an affordable solution for most common hearing problems with our best-ever speech-enhancing capabilities for a mighty sound in a micro-sized package. Plus, with Jabra Enhance's premium package, you get 3 years of continuous remote care provided by licensed hearing healthcare professionals. No waiting rooms or long commutes. It's as easy as video chatting with a friend. Because at Jabra Enhance, our job is to help you hear and be heard.
Save $300 on Enhance Select 500 hearing aids automatically at checkout. Just go to JabraEnhance.com/radio. That's JABRA Enhance.com/radio. JabraEnhance.com/radio.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
Oh, you've seen these before. Would you rather have to spell and pronounce charcuterie or step on a Lego? Next one. Would you rather start Social Security as soon as you can or see other possibilities? Lee Baldwin & Company can't help you with your feet, but they can help you find out why planning withdrawals can be as important as the investment. Lee Baldwin & Company. Find your investment answers at investtoday.com. Member FINRA SIPC.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay.
Izervay or Avastin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Give the most unique gift only you can give. Get those old films, tapes, and slides transferred to digital locally. Call Walt at 315-768-0277. Media Partners Group in New York Mills.
Hey, the Falcon Clinic in Washington Mills is accepting new patients as we speak. The Falcon Clinic is the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic, and they're accepting new patients right now. If you're in need of a new family doctor or you're having issues with something that you're trying to get to the bottom of, the Falcon Clinic is a great call. Dr. Shemalovsky, Dr. Zielinski, and others, all under one roof, have you covered. The Falcon Clinic is located in Washington Mills, and it is the area's premier osteopathic medical clinic. And there are ways to treat things using osteopathy in a way that can work along with medicine, but give you that head start. Also can help you in preventing an illness or sickness. Have you been tested for hepatitis C? It is prevalent in baby boomers and is 100% curable. Dr. Shemalovsky is Hep C certified. Call today, 315-507-4751, or visit them online. The Falcon Clinic is located in Washington Mills.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Also, portions of the program brought to you by Herkimer County's events website, herkimercountyny.gov, and then /events. Things that are going on. You know, today is Herkimer Police, the Herkimer Police Department's Shop with a Cop. Great event that happens today, and you could be a part of it. Just call the police department for details. It's going on today. Other things, of course, Festival of Lights at the Herkimer County Garden. In West Winfield at the library, they're holding a handcraft ornament show and sale, and there's so much more happening during the weekdays in Herkimer County. It is where history, commerce, and beauty collide. It's happening, Andrew, in Herkimer County. All right, we have some things happening here right now. We have two items that we are auctioning off to benefit Real Men Get Tested for Cancer.
Yes, we do. We have the New Holland T8 replica tractor for the kids. You could put them to work with this thing. It's got its own.
You really could. You're out there working on your stuff. There. You're pushing around a wheelbarrow and something. They have. There's a dump to the thing and everything. It's a wagon that goes along with it.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
So that is currently available, and the bid on it now from Pamela is $225.
So on the New Holland, it's a $225 bid, and I think I can show you pictures if you're watching on YouTube right now. You'll see what we're auctioning off here. And then Steve has a $300 bid on the Mack truck.
Yes. And
remember, this all goes to charity, and it would make for a great gift or a great tax deduction or a great gift that you could just give, and we'd find a kid that would really want it and need it.
I mean, I remember back in the day when I would hope for the little Tykes car, the red car with the yellow roof. I mean, that would have been cool.
That you pedal with your
pedal with your feet.
You don't pedal. You move with your feet.
Yeah, you like Flintstone style.
Yeah.
These two things, fully electric, baby.
They're pretty cool, and you can bid on them by calling us at 315-736-0186. We'll be selling them at the end of the week, just in time for the holidays. Just in time. Lucia on. Hi, Lucia. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Bill?
Good
show. Beautiful.
Have you seen a UFO?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I tried to. I didn't, but I went to Little Falls one time.
Yeah.
To look for them.
To Little Falls. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's where they hang out.
Is that a common
It is.
sighting location?
It's like our area. It's like our area 50 something.
It's what is that throughway exit?
It'd be 29.
Area 29.
It's our area 29.
I don't know what area that is, but anyway, that's where we were.
Okay.
And we tried hard, but we couldn't find them.
Nothing.
Maybe
nothing.
this time,
Maybe-
somebody somewhere.
Yeah, we're
I'm
saying
scared of
that
it.
people have seen them flying in New York Mills.
Yeah, oh my God, I better
Yeah.
get out of here. I'm scared.
Right in your backyard.
I'm going to move to New Hartford. I'm moving to New Hartford.
Okay, all right.
Well, I know a good real estate agent, so.
All right, Lucy.
do?
So
Okay.
you have not seen anything recently?
I have on TV, but not around here. I'm
Okay.
scared about that.
I don't blame you.
When is Bill? When
Yes.
is your Christmas show?
It is a week from tomorrow. So,
Oh, from tomorrow.
Christmas
Okay, that's
Eve,
Tuesday.
Christmas Eve morning, from 6 a.m.
Okay.
until noon. All right.
Is Father O'Brien going to be there?
Father will be here. Yes.
Oh, okay. Joe is going to be there.
Who?
Joe.
Joe.
So I think I'm on the
Oh, Griffo. Senator Griffo.
Senator
Yeah.
Griffo.
And
Senator
Senator,
Griffo.
not
Sorry
Senator
about that,
Hobaika.
Joe.
Every Joe that we know will be
don't
here.
know. I don't know Mr. O'Baker.
Okay.
I should have, but I don't know. Anyway, so I'll be there then. And Shop with the Cap. What a beautiful, phenomenal
Great event.
thing they
Herkimer
did.
Police Department. It's a great idea.
They
Yep.
but you know, whether it's from Herkimer Police, I think it's beautiful. They do it everywhere, don't they?
Probably they do. Yeah,
A lot
I
of
would imagine
departments
they
do it, yeah.
Yeah, but today it's in Herkimer, so big
What
event.
a beautiful sight to see the police do when they seem so dedicated and they have so much love when they do it.
It
It's
is so
beautiful.
important to have kids see that they can have a positive experience with a police
Well, that's the
officer.
idea, yeah.
And it's the person you
Exactly.
call when you're in trouble.
To me-
So yeah,
Bill, to me, the police are angels. Angels.
yes, yep, I agree.
Because if you need someone, who are you going to call?
That's
Your neighbor's
exactly
going
right.
around, if she's not even there,
Ghostbusters.
maybe she's out.
Yep.
They are. So they start when they're little. My father had so much respect for them, and that's why I'm so pro-police.
Yes. Well, that's
1,000%. It's
all right.
important, yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
Lucia, thank you so much.
Have a great day. Thank you.
You do the same. You do the same. Mentioning
Ciao.
what Lucy had mentioned about police, I don't know if you saw over the weekend. Do you remember the young boy who was fatally shot during that altercation
This
with
was
police?
an awesome moment
Did you
over
see
the
this?
weekend. I did see this.
And
yeah.
maybe tomorrow we'll let it sink in, and tomorrow we'll talk to Curly about it. But the Karen and the boy who died, and that was a tragedy because there was a gun there, but it wasn't really a gun, but it looked like a gun. It was just a tragic situation that occurred. But the Karen community came together over the weekend and sang Christmas carols at the Utica Police Department.
It was an awesome moment.
You saw it.
100%. I did
They
see the
posted-
video.
Actually,
Yeah.
you could see it on the police department's Facebook page.
Mhm.
It was a great moment. There's no doubt about it.
Really quick update. Now, this is a friendly competition between Tom Highland and Sheriff Mayshiel for the bidding of the vehicles,
Yes.
the children's vehicles. The Utica Mack truck, current bid $300 from Steve Spurbeck.
Yes.
We now have, from our good buddy and neighbor, Glenn Stevener, a $300 bid for the New Holland T8. We are
Okay,
tied
so
in the
we
bidding.
We're
We're
going at
tied.
it.
300
All right.
and 300.
Pamela, you got to beat
Thank
that
you,
bid.
Glenn.
315-736-0186. And you see it up there on YouTube. All right. I want to go to Scott Baradell, who's an expert on branding and trust. He heads up the Idea Grove, a full-service marketing company that's been helping companies and organizations tell their story for over 20 years. He's also the author of the book Trust Signals, Brand Building in a Post-Truth World. Do you know that 1 in 5 U.S. adults are now getting their news from an influencer on social media? Say it ain't so, Scott. Good morning.
I'm afraid it is so, and for Gen Z, it's actually closer to 40%.
Wow. Yeah, I would imagine that. Yeah. So it's that's where we're at today, huh?
Well, I mean, you saw it in the presidential election where, it used to be, I have to do an interview with, Bill O'Reilly or
right.
Sean Hannity or somebody like, or, George Stephanopoulos, and now it's Joe Rogan or the Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy. It's people like that.
Yeah. And that Joe Rogan thing, a lot of people felt was a big mistake by Kamala Harris. That the fact that she didn't do that interview.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, I think it was perceived as a symbol of her party neglecting a whole big demographic that was pretty important in that decision.
Well, it's funny. This works. This type of influencer thing really works if you're selling T-shirts or you're selling perfume or you're selling whatever. But it didn't work. It didn't necessarily work for Democrats. I mean, you had a lot. I mean, every celebrity and their brother, every influencer you could find was out promoting Kamala Harris, and that did not get her elected. Why is politics different?
Well, I mean, I think politics, an influencer is different from a celebrity. A celebrity, who's an entertainer or something like that, they have mass relationships. They don't have relationships with individuals the way that influencers do. Influencers are all about feeding that beast of putting out content day after day after day.
Yeah.
And generally it's smaller audiences, but audiences that can be really trusting audiences that believe in what you say. I think there's lots of people that can be fans of Bruce Springsteen, but don't feel like they have to support him politically.
Right.
Yeah.
Although now there are a lot of people that say I won't go to a Bruce Springsteen concert because he supported the other side. Interesting. And then there's what is the latest thing that everybody was buying, and it was all on Facebook. It was that thing you plug into your outlet. And it's supposed to, Elon Musk was behind the whole thing.
Starlink?
But he wasn't behind it. You can plug it into your outlet, and it will lower your energy bill.
Oh.
But people have found out that actually it isn't doing anything to lower your energy bill. In fact, it might be raising it. It turned into a big... I would say as a branding person, you would agree with this, and that is you, like anything else, if you get people to trust you and then you offer up something because you took the money, you offer up something that isn't any good, you lose credibility.
Absolutely. When people, in PR where I came from, it was always about, did you get earned media or did you have to pay for it? Because if you have to pay for it, then it's not true. Well, I say today it's more about trusted or untrusted because people know these influencers got to get paid some way.
Yep.
But are they getting paid in a way where they're endorsing products they really believe in, or are they just trying to make a quick buck? Because if it's the latter, ultimately, hopefully, they'll lose those audiences they built.
So Andrew can tell you right here in the studio, we do a lot of endorsements. And we are both of the mindset that if it's something we don't trust or don't like or don't believe in, we don't do it.
We don't even get near it.
Trust me, Town Square doesn't pay enough to make you want to do something that you don't want to do. So, but the reality is, don't take it for just the money, because if you do, and people are really disappointed and they're not happy, they can't trust this person or this company or this product, you're screwing your influence. You're really diminishing it, I'm afraid. So
absolutely.
Are you nervous that this many people are getting their news from social media?
Yeah, more because, if you go back to influencers and where it all began, you could argue it began with like a Rush Limbaugh, because he was taking news reported by others and saying, you know what, here's my point of view on this. I think this is biased. I don't believe in this. That's just that. Imagine that times 1,000 or 10,000. That's what you have today with so many spins on news. But none of them are doing original reporting.
Right.
So they have to get that reporting from somewhere. So that's why I don't know that news organizations have all that much to worry about, because none of these influencers are actually competing with them. They're just siphoning off some of their audience.
The interesting thing is, too, though, is that there's a lot of people that you would think have significant influence, and it turns out. So, like, for instance, we all thought it was a big thing when Taylor Swift came out and said...
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
She definitely has influence and power behind her recommendations, but politics is different. It didn't work in politics. And when she said go out and vote for Kamala Harris, I think people were like, I think I'd rather put that plug-in thing into my outlet and try to save money. And so how do you explain? It's what we talked about earlier, right?
Well, what's the difference between somebody like Rogan, who possibly could have helped, and Taylor Swift?
Well, what difference is that I think everybody already knew where Taylor Swift stood on these issues, and she's bringing up pro-choice and these issues that we knew her stance on, and it was kind of a, no doubt, of course she was going to endorse Harris, but in the case of Joe Rogan, he's always presented himself as kind of an independent thinker, and you couldn't be sure because he said critical things of Trump, he said critical things of Kamala Harris, and others, and Kennedy, all these guys, and so I think people believe in him, his true, ardent followers, more than they believe in either political party. And so when he, and I guess he didn't officially endorse Trump, but the way that conversation went, it probably convinced a lot of his followers that Trump's the guy to go with.
Yeah, especially those young males, which is where he was strong.
I think he did the day before. He did because he had Elon. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is she never came on the show. So but I think that to say that Taylor Swift, now I'm not some big fan of hers, but that she's made money in the billions. People are coming out to see her. So there's no doubt about her power. If she wears something, all of a sudden that group is wearing it. But I wonder if a lot of her influence was wasted on young females who couldn't vote anyway.
Right. That was kind of my thought back when it happened. Yeah.
Yep. Or those who've never voted before and at the last minute just decided not to vote. It's all very interesting. You got us going on this, Scott. I'm sorry. You got us all. We're taking this to places that we probably wouldn't have thought we would take it. So it is what it is. Scott, we appreciate your time, though. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right, Scott.
You too.
I'm not sure Scott completely enjoyed that. I'm just thinking about it, trying to think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, in studio, because I became so distracted that Davey walked in on his day off. That is a shocker. But he could not stay away.
After that Bills win, you picked the Lions.
He needed to talk about his failure over the weekend. All right, hold on. We'll break quickly and come back and tell you about that next on WIBX.
Being prepared for winter weather starts with New Holland. From large snow removal jobs to clearing driveways, New Holland has the equipment to stay one step ahead. Overcome winter's toughest conditions faster, cleaner, and safer with the New Holland lineup of skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, compact wheel loaders, and compact utility tractors. The year-end celebration is going on now. Visit Clinton Tractor today and get equipped for winter.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
ClintonTractor.net.
This year, give the gift of music, the gift of awe and wonder, the gift of a beautiful summer's day in upstate New York, highlighted with a world-class theatrical experience. This year, give the gift of the Glimmerglass Festival. A variety of ticket packages are available for our 50th anniversary season. Or give a Glimmerglass gift card and let them enjoy the performances that fit their schedule. Visit glimmerglass.org and begin planning the summer experience of a lifetime that's just minutes from Cooperstown at the 2025 Glimmerglass Festival.
Christmas, more than any other time, is for the gathering of families to celebrate the joy that the season brings, reflecting on the blessings of the past year. For many at the Rome Rescue Mission, there is no home, no family, and no joy. Children cannot experience the joy of Santa because no one can afford a gift for them. And to many, Christmas Day brings only more loneliness and misery. The good news is it doesn't have to be this way. With your generous donation of $20, you can provide Christmas for a child at the Rome Rescue Mission. A traditional Christmas meal, a visit from Santa, a toy, and celebrating the birth of baby Jesus can all be made possible with a donation of just $20. Please consider what you can do to pass along the joy of this season. Donate now at romemission.org. That's romemission.org. Rome Rescue Mission. A hand up, not a handout.
This is actual footage of Bill Keeler doing a radio show on WIBX. Sadly, his career was found in a heavily wooded area. If you know the person or persons who ended the radio career of Bill Keeler, please tell them thanks on behalf of the people of Central New York.
This is Keeler in the Morning. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Hey, portions of today's program brought to you by Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Chuck Sedella and everybody over there, they're finishing off with some of the most amazing holiday delights. The donuts, the delicious lattes, all that stuff you can take advantage of at Daylight Donuts. So I did also want to say the avocado toast on French peasant bread is so good. And they have a homemade recipe for chicken salad. And you can get that on a bagel or a croissant.
Do they have? I haven't had it yet. Does it have the grapes or no grapes?
I haven't had it yet either.
I gotta try that today.
I'm not a big fan of chicken salad personally. I'm just gonna be honest.
I do. I like it.
Yeah. My wife does too. She loves it with.
I don't have it enough.
The grapes. Yeah.
I don't have it enough.
Anyway, I can tell you, I'm a huge fan of their snowflake rolls for dinner. Dinner rolls for your Christmas dinner. You got to order them. Davey, you made sure mine were ordered. They were ordered on Friday.
It was that day that I had to call in to check and see what day of soup it was.
What their soup of the day was. Okay.
There was no soup that day.
Right. Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Yeah, somebody came in and bought up all the soup before 9 o'clock.
I can't even believe that.
Yeah.
No soup for you.
For a bunch of people.
Yeah,
and
right.
They bought it all. Okay, Davey. First of all, I cannot even believe this, but you and your pick'em contest, you picked Detroit to beat the Bills.
Yes, you did.
The hell is wrong with you?
What the heck is wrong with me?
Yeah, I don't know.
I really thought the momentum of. I really thought this was going to be a good game. It ended up being a good game.
It was.
The Lions
a good game.
are a high-powered offense.
Yeah.
And the Bills' defense was kind of skeptical last week against the Rams. So that's why I went with my gut and went with the Rams. The Lions.
The Bills' defense did what they had to do. Right? They got it done. I was very surprised.
Well, and everybody picked the Packers except for Jake.
Mm-hmm.
But it bite me in the butt.
It did, but you had to be happy, though.
Yes.
You're still in the lead, but I believe Larry picked the Bills, so...
did he? I thought Larry
Larry
Detroit.
did pick Detroit, yeah. So
you and Larry. And I was beginning... When I saw that, I was thinking...
And Larry picked the 49ers, and you picked the Rams, so... He had the chance to build some ground.
Though.
Yeah. All right. And then you had a chance to see Syracuse over the weekend.
Yes, I did.
Oh, how was that?
And I do think they're getting better. I think there are signs of promise.
On paper?
But man, they got to put it together here.
On paper they are, but watching them in person, this team can't play a consistent 5-on-5 for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
There was skeptical calls during the second half. Adrian Autry took out Donnie Freeman and Chris Bell and didn't bring them until 2 minutes left until the game was over.
You were very upset about that.
Yeah.
I saw you storming back and forth. I was watching on TV, and I could see you in the background, storming.
A lot of people seen me.
All right, Davey. So the Bills, Josh Allen, you think he's sealed
MVP.
his MVP?
He sealed it.
I don't know how it could be anybody else. So, but really, I don't care about that. I want him to win a Super Bowl.
And I heard a little rumor on Saturday when at the basketball game.
Want me to cut him off?
Go ahead. I'll tell you off air.
No, now you got us wondering about a rumor.
I heard through a reliable source that Kyle McCord is maybe going to be petitioning the NCAA for a 6-year. Maybe he'll be back at Syracuse next year.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's from a reliable source.
Okay.
Wow,
right.
That'd be something.
Would that not be amazing?
That would be awesome.
Yeah. All right, listen, Davey, we have to go.
All right.
I'm glad you stopped in this morning. Thank you.
You're welcome.
News next, top of the hour, with then Kilmeade to follow after that.
This is Keeler in the
Morning.
You
son of a gun.
I did what you told me to do.
Why wait for January to start your health journey? The time to take action is now. Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Fit Body Bootcamp. Whether you're looking to get stronger, feel better, or just start living your best life, me and my team of coaches are here to help. Right now, you can jumpstart your fitness goals by joining our Fit for the Holidays 28-day promotion for only $57. Or come on in and join us for 3 free sessions. Don't wait for the new year. Start your health journey now. Just give us a call and live your best life at Fit Body Bootcamp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Herkimer County is New York's tallest county, with its feet in the Mohawk Valley and head in the Adirondack Mountains. Up in the Adirondacks is Macaulay Mountain, New York's best family mountain because it's safe, affordable, and it has something for everyone in the family. Located in Old Forge, Macaulay Mountain is big mountain skiing in a spectacular small package. Macaulay, the home mountain of 5 U.S. Olympic skiers, opens a new triple chairlift this month, taking skiers and snowboarders from base to summit. Macaulay Mountain also offers easier trails from the summit, so everyone gets to enjoy alpine views over the Fulton chain of lakes to the Adirondacks High Peak region. Also, enjoy 15 kilometers of groomed cross-country trails winding through the forested winter wonderland. Old Forge is a 1-hour drive north from New York Thruway Exit 30 in Herkimer or Exit 31 in Utica. For more information, go to
From the Stanley Theater Studios, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Mourning a deputy killed in the line of duty. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. He was shot at a traffic stop in Charlotte County, Florida.
Subject later identified as Andrew Moyston, 24 years old, pulled out a rifle and opened fire on him.
Charlotte County Sheriff Bill Promell says Corporal Elio Diaz was a friend and a father. Deputies shot and killed Moyston when he pulled out his rifle again as they tried taking him into custody at a nearby restaurant parking lot.
That's Fox's Evan Brown. The drone sightings continue, especially in New Jersey. Lawmakers keep demanding answers. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says they do not have evidence the drones are being operated